I will just ignore that. I think people are coming to the stream, so we can start showing the actual game soon.
I guess you can start talking about map craft.
Sorry, what?
Maybe you can just start talking about exactly who's playing and all of that good stuff, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I was even thinking about like showing the DAO lobby games as preview. How many people are there already? I see.
Yeah, show DAO lobby game as preview.
Yeah, like, yeah, whatever. Let's watch it until we have some more people joining us. Because the draft is so important, they can't miss it, right? So I have to show them my own shit first.
I might just show
Me
you.
llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la
Knutan, do you
paella.
know the
Venga,
video
que a las
already?
2 de la tarde
I've seen
ya
it.
están aquí. Miren, bañador. En las chanclas. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Jesús.
I think that's all that's seen so far.
It's getting better every time I watch it.
It just fits so well.
Estaba la paellera agarrada, metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y a ver solamente paellera.
By the way, Rex, cheers.
Cheers.
¿Dónde llega el agua? Llegaba el agua hasta el restaurante y subió la marea. Jesús, hay que hacer ahora con los dos sacos de agua. ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla! Que traigo paella. Jesús, y yo con el bañador, con la paella.
You have more viewers than subscribers
Sevilla.
right now.
Y al último, que cuando ya salió la bien de regla, estamos llorando. Me cobró el tío la paella. Me cobró a 500 metros la paella. Y ya no fui más. Me fui andando a cuello amarillo hasta hoy. Me mandó por la noche. Había mala.
Rex, we are losing viewers.
Cualquiera estaba ahorita la paellera, ¿sabes? A lo mejor está en el barco ese del petróleo.
En el Prestige.
En el Petriense. Y ya no otra vez más la cocina. Ya aburrí sin la cocina.
Still struggling for food.
Pues no cobré nada, me dieron el dinero del bote.
¿Había mucho dinero en el bote?
Lo que me echaban y el dinero de lo que gané, me cobraron 20 paelleras a 500 calas, pues viste lo que me llevé yo para Sevilla. Ay, ya aborrecí la playa. Hemos llorado los dos. Fíjate tú, no es para tanto. Así yo no quiero arroz, Jesús, yo no quiero arroz ni en chino, vamos.
Just Rumble was still struggling for food. See, that's a good one. Okay, I think we warmed up to have some fun with the coming games. So, I think we should be enough people now. We are 11.
Actually, you lost 3 viewers already.
That's even better. Totally worth it. Okay, so let's hop into the Google Sheet. So today, after this nice introduction, we will be casting the winners bracket final between Duo 6 and Duo 14. So these are two teams that have climbed their way up all the way through this harsh bracket, especially in the later stages of tournament. Those games are really intense and all that stuff. Yeah, let's go through their picks and bans first, I guess. So, Knutan, you're our analyst. Let's go.
Well, we start with Duo 6 banning Golden Swamp and Duo 14 banning Socotra. Quite interesting. The first ban is a hybrid map and the second is a very messy one. Of course, then they pick Arena, Lombardian team, Island and Hideout, so quite closed off maps or even games going into late game, right? Arena usually nothing happens before, well, minute 20 at the earliest usually. Lombardy is also usually at least Castle Age, Team Islands as well. It can be messy, of course, Team Islands, but it's often, unless they are landing, it goes late game. And Hideout as well is usually also quite booming maps, so you can see that Duo 6 here is going for the more late game maps, right? On the other side we have, of course, Socotra banned. No one picked though, that's something we don't see too often because of the players involved, I would say, in most of the cases here. And then there's Four Lakes, yeah, because I would always pick Nomad, right? Maybe pick it so we don't have to play it, maybe. And of course Four Lakes as their second pick, and then Ghost Lake. And a bit surprisingly, considering the rest of the maps they picked Hillfort as well. So let's say that Duo 14 favored a bit more open maps and a bit more aggressive maps compared to Duo 6 in this case.
There's one, like, not sure if I can call it an inconsistency, but one strange thing that pops into my eyes. Like, Duo 14 banned Socotra, which is a very messy map, which can go either way. But afterwards they picked Nomad. To be fair, like Nomad has, and Nomad can go. It will play out differently than Socotra, but it also is like famous for getting really messy sometimes and all that stuff. But yeah, it's not a big thing, and I totally agree. Like, Duo 6 picked all the more boomy maps, while Duo 14 preferred some maps that are a bit more open. But no big surprises here, no holy lines, no enemy islands, no crazy shenanigans that we can see already. But maybe there will be some in game.
But still, it has to be said though that Four Lakes is, often in Field Age you can often teamwall your ender, right, so it gets a bit more easy to play in Castle Age. Ghost Lake is also quite often, you can often go with just straight fast castle on that map, so there's still opportunities to play them quite defensively, at least those two maps I would say. So it'd be interesting to see what their approaches will be.
Let's hop in the Civ picks and bans then, shall we? Okay.
Lead on.
So, I am not too sure how we go through. I will just, go next, and we talk about the picks and bans, we should talk about them shortly. Yes, let's go. So, what is that? They have a different name. Duo 6 started with a Turks ban, which probably is mostly an arena ban, I would imagine. Not sure about that.
Probably don't talk too much about it, I think. Just power through it.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna take so long anyways, I think.
Okay, I can also just skip to the end and we just talk about what they might go for. Let's do it like that, I guess.
I think that's fine, actually.
Yeah. Okay, here's the short version of Civ picks and bans.
Oh, that was super short now at the end.
It's kind of interesting to see what the balance here, right? If you see 2 of 14 banning Koreans, Bulgarians, and Cumans. Bulgarians and Cumans feels like civs I would like to see on Arena or usually, right? Bulgarians maybe with something like a fast tip, and Cumans with just easy to TC boom. I'm a bit surprised when seeing Koreans banned, though I don't really see what map they would use that on in this case.
Especially since Korean are not really considered to be a really strong civ. So.
Well, you have to think that these are global bans, though, so if you're banning a good civ, that means that your opponent won't have it, but you won't have them yourself either.
Well,
so,
that's true.
Let's say they have a plan for Lithuanians, then they will prefer that one not to be banned, right? So we don't really know that yet.
But what is also super weird is that Franks and Britons are picked so late. I mean, they are considered to be one of the best civs on Arabia. Why would you pick them so late? Especially if you have to play a Arabia game.
I mean, that can be strategic, right? If you're not sure if you will win the Arabia game anyway, you might try to pick your civs for other maps first. Like, Persians and Vikings, for example, they picked earlier. Both of them are really good on hybrid maps. For example, on Team Island's the water map, or Four Lakes, 14 picked. So maybe it's just a bit out of insecurity, or not insecurity, being strategic actually. And yeah, I agree with Bulgarians and Cumans, like those two civs are kinda famous for having like strategies that are kinda odd to play against, with Cumans having the double TC boom or feudal age battering rams already, all that stuff. They can be really awkward to play against, just like Bulgarians with a fast siege push.
I'm a bit surprised though that Aztecs are not picked at all, because as Burgundians and Sicilians are still banned in this tournament, it would mean that every single civ except one would be picked, and the single civ that's not picked at all is Aztecs.
That's a good point, but
on which... how strong this is a bit surprising to me.
On which map would you pick Aztecs? Like, I don't see a map where I would love to have Aztecs.
Actually, I see what you mean there.
I mean,
it can be used in some unorthodox strategies, I guess, but I think I still would prefer them to have them maybe compared to, let's say, something like Byzantines or...
But Byzantines was random, see? There's this dice in the top corner, so it was either Byzantines or Aztecs. But yeah, I would also go for Aztecs, probably.
I would prefer Byzantines, looking at the maps that are picked. Byzantines on... on Team Islands maybe, if I don't pick something else, but I think they had decent civs for Team Islands anyway. Yeah, I guess it didn't matter in the end.
I actually Lost has an idea that there are no good monk players in the tournament, so maybe that's why going for Byzantines instead of Aztecs. I mean, the other civs instead of Aztecs. But yeah, maybe we should hop into the first game.
Yeah, but that's actually a good point by Lost. For example, Aztecs would have been a good pick on Arena maybe if you're really going for that monk siege push. But if you're not comfortable with going for that, it's better just ignore them. So, what did you say, Otto? Do you want to hop into the game? Number 1?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Let's do that in that case. And yeah, if something is off with a sound or something is annoying you, or anything, just type in the chat, right?
Motions is gonna tell us.
Yes, I hope so. Okay, here we have winner brackets final game 1. I'm gonna stop at 10 seconds. Motions is saying that Otto's annoying him a lot.
I'm sorry, that's not gonna change. Or do you guys want to have my nice
okay, I'm at 11.
I'm
at 11 seconds because my APM is too slow. And one question, is there still this spectator bug?
Which spectator bug?
That the replay can crash if you're playing it without Fog of War. Maybe I should hop into, how's it called? Capture Age?
Capture Age, yeah.
Yeah, maybe let's try.
You can try the first game without it, and if the worst thing happened, you can just stream me from Discord. I'm using Capture Age at the moment just so I get additional stats there.
I guess I will just try Capture Age, and if I dislike it, we can switch back. So, and a small reminder, if you go on my Twitch profile, there is a donation link. If you click on this handsome fellow here, if you want to sing me money, I see what I did wrong there. If you want to sling me money, not sure if I coded a sign from a game or a sellout. There's on this nice fellow here if you want to sling me money. What just happens? I can't.
Yeah, okay.
Can't
Okay, he's following. Sad. I was hoping he sent me money already. You can't do everything.
It seems like you have to pay the tuition fee on your own.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, really bad. Don't you have to restart the game now? Or no, actually I have no idea.
I also
You shouldn't have to.
no idea. Why can I see Loom? Is by green already? He's Mayans, okay. So
Mayans. So we are all ready?
I'm at 11 seconds. I think.
Yeah, I'm at 10. I mean, doesn't matter.
Okay.
12.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. It's so laggy. Okay, let's
Oh shit!
if we want to see that slow motion. Oh no.
Guess not.
Oh.
I mean, am I not gonna be ahead of you if you're lagging that hard?
Why is it so
Let's
laggy?
check it in a minute then, I guess.
Oh, wait, actually, what? Green is going for the boar right away. It seems like he doesn't want to be lamed.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to.
I mean, 5th villager.
Well, both boards are forward though, so that could be dangerous.
So I close Capture Age. And, I will start casting again at minute 1. Like, tell me when you're there.
Oof. Oof.
Minute 1, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 1:30 at the moment, so probably get up to there, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Okay, 120 then. Broadcasting. Every time.
Oh,
okay,
we should maybe talk about the civs. Mayans and
Yes.
Portuguese is not quite what you would expect on 2 vs 2 Arabia. I mean, Portuguese get knights for kinda cheap, but you don't get Paladin, and you would usually prefer Berbers if you want to have cheap knights, right? So maybe they want to abuse the free Kato that Portuguese bring into the game as team bonus.
Maybe it was the only kind of caps that they have left. I mean, I don't remember exactly.
Well,
that
they have
route, but
Berbers,
maybe-
Lithuanians,
They have
Indians,
Berbers?
Teutons.
Okay.
So they're, and even Huns as well.
I
So
totally
there's
forgot
no shortage of.
to tell you guys. I'm almost at 3 minutes. should I wait there for you?
Correct.
Right here.
Okay,
Rex,
I'm
Rex.
pausing at 3 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I know the stream
It's
has
now.
been a mess so far, and out of half an hour we have been streaming, it was like 5 minutes of gameplay and the rest was trash talk. So I would apologize for that and blame Otto. Sorry guys.
Oh, come on. It's always easy to blame
Just
me.
blame Otto, I think.
Okay, if at 3 minutes I'm looking at Green's Eagle.
Ivaylo has idle TC at 3 minutes. What a noob.
What a noob. I agree. Okay, so I'll count down to 3. 1, 2, 3, go. So
Okay.
Green
Ivaylo.
spotted that he's against yellow, he's against a Frank's player, so he will probably add some sort of spears.
Green also lame 2 goats.
I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, you're right.
That's why I'm here. Also bringing in the second bow already before even going to berries. Really doesn't want to be lamed here. But also, Green's map I feel like is super open. I mean, also the main gold kind of awkward against the wood line, so not easy to surround the whole gold spot there.
Kotyan Khan was a
Well, he
bit
can
slow.
wall quite easily here though, so I think it's fine. And he used also the back gold for green, so...
Kotyan Khan was a bit slow with his scouting, I feel like, and it hurts even more because he lost those two sheep. The steers are behind the wood line, so it's awkward to push them to his TC.
Well, blue is also quite forward here, only already scouting your red space at the same time, so...
Okay.
We're a fair bit more aggressive compared to the other team here.
Well, blue could also find 2 of red's goats. I guess it's red's goats on the hill there, right? I mean, it's kind of in the middle between both, but still closer to red.
Yeah, red's goats.
It should be red scouts. Red scouts.
Yeah. Oh, really awkward, really sad. 1 tile away from spotting them. Yeah. That's a rough start for team Kotyan Khan and Saladin.
But it's pushing deer instead of the sheep, so it's gonna be fine. So yeah, Sifs, we have Franks and Ethiopians for Kotyan Khan and Saladin against Portuguese as Mayans for Ivaylo and Prithviraj or whatever. Yeah. So how do you like those Sif matchups?
Usually I would prefer Franks and Ethiopians here, but green and blue had a good start already, right? They took 2 sheep from the enemies, red didn't find 2 of his sheep, and green is already going forward with her rush, which is quite strong against the Cav player, I feel like. If you're the archer player, it's a bit easier to wall off and then clean the militia with 1 or 2 archers. Or men-at-arms.
Still a pre-mill rush though, so...
Oh
he's
yeah.
gonna run into a line by the look of things. Maybe yeah, the red line is coming for the rush now. Well, he really realized, so he's not gonna take too much damage, I guess, but it's
9
good damage.
9 damage. That's okay. Why didn't he send a scout with his militia? Where is it?
No, the scout is already forward.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he and Ivaylo joined the scouts to look out for villager picks already. They are really aggressive here.
Yeah. Oh wait.
We already have loom out for yellow though, so...
On the other side, Saladin going for militia as well.
Oh, yellow might lose a villager here if he's not careful, but he is. Oh no, he will lose it. Yeah.
If
might
blue's
actually
blocking
lose
it-
it still.
Oh, blue block! Okay. Nice.
That was well played by green and blue, and kinda sad for yellow. Now the militia will come
At this
in.
point, I would... He should wall off the wood line by now, but it's not looking like he's watching too very carefully.
Yeah, I think
Blue's also gonna be up now, so...
Oh,
That should be probably...
that's another villager down.
That's such a rough start. Not even 10
Also,
minutes
no-
into the game, you lost 2 sheep and 2 wills, and you
no
unstacked the
full
trees.
DPT anymore.
And I'm wondering if it's gonna be the fast castle out from green here. Even though it's a bit more difficult to handle when you're doing a pre-milled rush, as in this case.
Well, but
I was picking up a 26 pop villager, so it might be a bit tight then, I think.
Yeah. Oh, but we have red militia now arriving at blue space. Meanwhile, blue has a stable up already.
He's also doing
men-
man-at-arms
men
at the
at arms
moment,
then,
so...
yeah.
Yeah, Man-at-Arms on the way.
But
Oh,
he,
could snipe
Red
the farm.
doesn't have
Yes,
enough.
snipe the farm!
Okay, that's decent at least. Well, I was about to complain that he didn't have enough vision of blue space, so it's awkward for him to find those villager kills. Oh, but he
no
killed
walling
the
off though,
house!
so-
Oh, that's great. And
That should be a one dead villager at least, I would say.
yeah, one villager down.
One down.
It's already one villager and one farm. That's quite rough.
But he did run one of the man-at-arms into the TC of blue though, so...
Oh, but
That's a
look
fair bit
underneath.
wasted.
Look underneath Blue's TC now. What a mess.
Yellow lost 4 units already. Not sure if those were also scouts.
Red
or
sniped another farm. Sorry.
Not sure if Yellow lost. Oh yeah, we can just look at his villager count. Yellow's at 20 vills. Yeah, he lost 4 villagers already. That's really rough.
Yeah, you should be at 20 builds if you click up, not after you clicked up.
And that's only against that rush, right? Not men at arms.
Exactly. Meanwhile,
And the callers.
GG. What? Oh.
That's too early.
That was such
I guess
a
they think
brutal
that this will
start.
be a... I guess they think it will be a clean Drushfast castle for green and they don't think they can stop that. But it's not going to be a Drushfast castle, I think it was prematurely called there. It's a Drush flush as you see is coming up double range from green at the moment. So I think this was prematurely called, sadly.
I think Yellow would have died there, though. He had how many scouts out? Yellow had 2 scouts and didn't have food at the moment to produce more, and Green was already getting up those archery ranges, and I think he would have denied Yellow the woodland come, and Yellow would have struggled.
But I mean, Red was definitely ahead of Blue. I mean, sniped the will, sniped 2 farms, still has 2 full HP, men-at-arms.
If we look at the village counts in this case, right, we have Yellow on the bottom with 21 villagers. There's only 2 more for Ivaylo, and so both of the scouts players are quite hurt there.
Yeah.
I would say that also Yellow has the same amount of farms, probably with a slightly better eco, I would think. Also, it's still a Drush, so you should be able to clean that up if you just macro scouts a bit, in my head. So...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it was over. I can see how frustrated you would have been as Yellow here. But as you said, Ivaylo and Prithviraj were not too much ahead. There was still comeback potential. I guess it would have depended on how well Yellow can survive the archers that would have come soon. I would imagine that Green also would have added 1 or 2 spears just to make sure that Yellow can never take a fight there, and Yellow would have had to tower his wood lines or rely on Saladin to help him out. But Saladin's map was awfully opened to the front, so I don't think he could leave a space with his army without losing too much. Maybe if he wants his resources. Yeah.
Was still not finding his 2 front goats, so that will of course hurt a bit.
Guys, just imagine listening more than 20 minutes to our bullshit and then this is game number 1.
Moment.
Over after 5 minutes.
I missed a donation. How the fuck did I miss it?
What?
No.
Tuition fee is paid. Yes.
Moment. I have moment.
Pro casters,
It
pro
should
streamer
appear
even.
like here. 10 years wasted. Oh no. Oh no. But, like, can somebody tell me if it appeared on the stream?
John donated. What? John donated 57 euro?
And it's just a test, right? To see if it's working. I don't know when I moment. Maybe I'm just stupid. Let me see.
Yeah, that's right. Fix fix your Twitch while you were streaming.
So my viewers saw the donation, but I missed it because I'm too slow in my head.
You can see it. It was Shiran.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Shiran Purin, for missing it. I'm the worst caster after Otto.
Guys, that's 10 euros. That's 5 beers in Germany. I mean, if you're drinking out, not if you're buying it at the supermarket, then it would be even
at least 10
beer.
Yeah, $12 from Shiran Purin, basically, and I didn't see. Holy shit. Right.
Okay, Rex is clearly overwhelmed by his feelings.
Yes, and 5 years. Okay, but Encoded said he could see it, so it was just my bad. Big sorry about that. Maybe donate more so I see it next time.
I mean, I don't want to give you a spoiler, but the next game is an arena game, so maybe you can fix your Twitch during Dark and Feudal Age, since it's arena.
Yeah, I could do that maybe. I'm just gonna take a look at the statistics and one more big sorry for missing the donation. Just imagine missing your first dono. That's a big thing. Okay.
As I said, pro streamer.
A pro streamer. Well. Okay, looking at the eco. Ivaylo had.
I think after the economy stats will be the most interesting here to see just how blue and yellow's ecos stand up to each other.
And
next tab probably.
Huh? I'm in economy.
If you check. Yes, it's just my screen that's lagging behind.
Okay. So it seems like Kotyan Khan and Saladin weren't that much behind, right? Kotyan Khan had about 3,000 resources collected. Saladin had like 3,300, a bit less. So it's not the end of the world, right? Like 200, 300 difference in resources. It still hurts because it's early in the game, but it's not game ending. Prithviraj also has like 3,300 about. And
I think ecos were too similar for distributed this early. I would say that Ivaylo and Prithviraj was in the leading seat here, but it was too close to call at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Like if I who knows who I am right in this tournament, but obviously I could have lost 20 bills and I would not have called it. Cockroaching is part of the game. But yeah.
Well, you mean more like your lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree. That's also part of my lifestyle. And yeah, a bit awkward. Like, obviously, blue and green were in the driver's seat for this game, but it was not over by far. Okay, let's hop into the promised arena game.
Yeah, arena, let's go.
So,
should I start with the players? Oh wait, is it open already? I mean,
I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna pause the 10 seconds.
yeah, I'm at 10. I mean, I'm there already. I'm ready as soon as you are.
Okay, I'm also ready.
Yeah, just take a look at Yellow's house
ready.
place.
Oh my, yeah, the Yellow's.
Winner bracket finals. What?
I think it's also a lot about the nerves, right? Like being in the finals of anything, like a sports tournament or video games tournament, or like your studies. It's really harsh on your mental game, I think. But yeah, it will be really hard to build farms around this TC. I agree. It's
Yes.
Okay, should we start?
I'm ready.
Motion
Okay.
says Rumple confirmed.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Let's start on go. Also, I'll count down. 1, 2, 3, go. So, wanna talk about sets?
Who, me? Yeah, sure.
So we have Saladin and Kotyan Khan playing Khmer and Celts, and Ivaylo and Prithviraj playing Malay and Teutons. So it feels like a bit more of a common strategy on Ivaylo and Prithviraj side, with Malay probably going for a faster Arbalest, probably a ram push, I would say, and Teuton maybe going for either Paladin or Half Siege. The other side, of course, Khmer can easily go for either Elephants or Scorpions. Would probably guess Scorpions in this case, but since he's playing against Teutons, but it depends a bit on the strategies involved there. Of course, Celts versus Malay on the bottom end. I would prefer Celts usually, but Malay do have a window to get in damage in early Imperial, especially.
Yeah, also Malay have access to bombard cannons, which I feel like with Celts it's easy to deal with those, especially if your enemy knows how to micro them. I mean, they just outrange everything you have, and yeah.
So, like, two thoughts come to my mind. One of them is, if this would not be the winner's bracket finals, I would imagine that Ivaylo, just as Laust suggesting, should go for the elephant meme play, but as this is a finals game, I'm afraid he will just go for the really early Arbalest ram, or just Arbalest with some siege push, which will work really well against Khmer if they go for Scorpions, because he will get those bombard cannons up quite early, I guess, and against Elephants. I think after the movement speed nerfs on Khmer Elephants, a good mass of Arbalest should be easily take down a medium number of Elephants. So it's not an easy matchup, I would say. I really prefer Teutons and Malay over Celts and Khmer.
Really?
Yeah, just because both Malay and Teutons get bombard cannons, and I love bombard cannons against siege.
Oh, that's true. But also, I would love to see a Mimi strat from Yellow and Red. What? Is Yellow losing a villager to the boar? Almost. Just one hit away. Woof, that was close.
Managed to keep it alive though. The house might actually limit how much you can take the boar.
Yeah, like that's also so sad. The extra food decay on the boar, because he can. To be honest, I think by now I would have deleted this house, just because it would tilt me too much, and those 25, it's only 25 foot, so whatever.
He already has 5 outs, so he could easily delete it without any issues.
Yeah, and he scales, right? So he will get that wood back quite early.
So, I heard procasters are talking about relic positions on Arena.
I didn't know that procasters talk about Arena at all. Yeah.
They just join the late game when things are happening.
So the relic positioning is quite in favor of Kotyan Khan and Saladin, but also I think the relics are a bit less important to team games, but as a nice boost in any case.
Yeah, they are way closer to Ivaylo and Green. I mean,
Green has 3 close by, whereas the 2 should go to our team if they choose to go for it.
Yeah.
But no, just had not seen him being picked up at all, so.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Like, Green, the relics are the closest to Green, but
No, Yellow went for the boar, now the boar is running all the way back because Yellow is so much idle.
You can block it with a villager, he doesn't do that, no.
Okay, he switched the hunter to be a gatherer, otherwise he would have died on this distance.
Yeah.
Oof.
I didn't see what you...
I think it's just fine, he's going on to Llama, so...
Llama.
There are so many good ideas in the chat. I think something memey like a Khmer player rushing that ballista elephant, cutting his way through those trees into somebody else's base with some pikes and mangonels behind. I actually think you don't need it, right? If you go for siege push, you can just go from the front.
Well, Ivaylo is already feudal and right now killing Kotyan Khan's scout, which is unfortunate. Kotyan Khan should just turn around and try to get in as much damage as possible. Also, Saladin, his teammate, I don't know, completely lost. I mean,
I
scout
think
was close, but
that's also rough. Like usually, you know, melee will be up so fast. You have to be careful with your Red is also long distance mining. Okay, it's part of his build out, I think.
not sure.
I think it is actually, because he's really short on wood and he's Khmer, right? He doesn't need buildings.
Oh, okay, right, it's gonna work.
It's a really good Khmer build order. Clicking up with 24 plus 0 immediately.
Yeah. Okay, true. He's gonna click right away.
Yeah, but it's still so rough. You usually know melee will be up so early, and you should be careful before they hit. You should run your scout back in your base before they hit you late. But it's a finals game. You are maybe even a bit on tilt, and you just forget it.
But what is this build order of Ivaylo? He was feudal.
It's gonna be a
early?
faster feudal into upgrades, right? And he just goes up to feudal a bit later on.
So
It's a kind of a good build order with melee.
yeah. So
It
basically,
comes about equal in equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, scout build order without scouts.
Yeah, he has a horse collar and a double X already.
Okay, true. Okay.
So yeah, it's probably really good if you want to go for a.
Elephants in Castle Age. Let's go.
No, not sure.
Yes.
Not sure. Like, what would you go for? I don't think he will. Will he add TCs or will he prefer an early impush maybe with this eco that early?
I think he might probably add one or two, I would guess, but it really depends a bit on how he wants to play it. I would probably guess that he adds one TC probably, because his eco should be able to get up a fair bit faster than a Khmer player anyways. Just then do an early push with Arbalists.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because you don't want the Khmer to have that big boom.
But also look at Green and how heavy he's on gold. Seems like they're gonna attack in Castle Age already. At least Green.
It's not a stone though, so I'm wondering what he's planning to do then.
I don't know.
He has a
but
barrack saddle already, and but he's
Green has a stable.
now.
So let's see
but
what
he didn't produce.
I'm thinking it might be going for relics then.
But he didn't produce any scouts. No, he has no extra scouts. He would produce them while he's going up to Castle Age, which he didn't. I don't think he's going for relics because he would have made those scouts already. I think Otto is actually right. Imagine that. I think they are going for a Castle Age push here. But it's obviously hard to tell. And Red is running from a green scout and won't be able to take the fight in a couple of seconds because Teutons will get those +1 extra melee armor. Yeah, I think it was a really smart decision by Red to run here. And yeah, Green is already making those knights and getting a second TC up. But not sure, maybe it's still a relic play because he's Teutons, right? His knights won't get converted that early anyway. I'm not sure, I think those players are on a different level than me. Red is on his 3 TCs, we're just going for a straight Khmer boom. It was a tight build order, but he managed it quite well, I think. Having all 3 TCs up and running, no issues.
Yeah, nice eco for Red there. By the way, there is a suggestion in your chat. Don't know if you read it or not.
Would love to see all visible to judge the rush distance. Yeah, I have all visible on, right? Or should I?
I mean, you can switch every now and then. Maybe it was just half-time crashing for some odd reason.
I mean, a lot of castles have an issue if they untoggle Fog of War. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of right.
Okay.
Jon Snow ended up not casting some like Masters of Socotra, how it's called, games, because he crashed with Fog of War.
Oh, okay. So we see four knights for green, but still in the stable, not moving up.
Yeah.
Also
University Monastery coming from blue though, so that's gonna be a straight limp, I think.
Yeah, so green didn't move out of his knights to secure relics because that's not a plan. Blue's going for an early imp push with the Arbalasts crushing anything our team can throw at him, and being supported by those Tute knights.
Still, they're getting really late on the eco side now. It's starting to become a big difference. I'm wondering if they will be able to get enough damage in here.
Is he actually going for 1 TC? Yeah, that's super aggressive. I would have expected a 2 TC fast imp, right? But he's 1 TC only. He will go really aggressive.
Well, I mean, but
might be a bit more overconfident, right? Because of the easy victory in the first game.
Yeah, it's like they feel like their push will succeed for sure, so there's no need to have this backup plan of adding a bit more eco behind this.
I mean, meanwhile, Khmer already on 4 TCs now, Keld still at 3 TCs. And green is dropping the second stable, meanwhile has, what is it, 7, about to be 8 knights already.
Red taking the fight against blue, with blue's monk healing his scout up. So red can't win the fight, and blue's up to imp with 2 monasteries. I don't see archery ranges. Will this be a fast imp bombard cannon monks? I fucking love bombard cannons.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
I don't see this working, just that said.
I see this working because what is Red doing when he sees a fast imp? He's preparing his siege workshops to get out those scorpions to counter the Arbalasts that anyone would be expecting, but he will meet Tute knights, bombard cannons, and monks. That's quite a surprise.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, but still, they need to get damage in now, because eco-wise they're 50 meters behind almost at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. Green is heading out with his knights. Okay. And yeah, I just gonna address quickly again. So I'm not toggling off Fog of War because there are big issues at the moment with spectating games and having Fog of War toggled off. So the games crash a lot and then you can't replay them if you don't do whatever. Red is scouting the monks and siege workshop now, so he will know what's coming now.
Oh, is he gonna get 1 monk?
Yeah, 1 monk for sure, and now he is to run. Oh yeah, delete the scout.
Perfect.
Yeah, now he knows what's up, right? So let's see how he's reacting. She's not producing any military.
I actually love a defensive castle here and then just take into light cav and a few monks to convert back. Try to scare away the monks, maybe. I mean the knights.
I don't think he could get up on the castle on time, but he is only 68 stone, and the knights and monks are... Yeah, the bombard cannons also arriving already. This is a really, really dangerous situation here for Saladin. Yeah, but what should he go for? He's just researching imp and getting stables up now. Okay, so maybe he's really gonna try to switch into light cav. He's gonna try to snipe the monks and bombard cannons. Yeah, first bombard cannon starts shooting and those...
Shooting the house. Not the wall.
Let's quickly see. Is yellow preparing something?
No, yellow's just booming and was housed for a moment. I mean, yellow has a strong eco already.
Yeah.
It's just lacking the buildings to click up.
Red is starting to wall behind. This will be really hard against bombard cannons. And like if he uses more monks to deny the villagers repairing and building, will be even harder. But yeah, he is producing those light cav at least. Also, okay, the knights are in. He has to wall off his resources, or he will lose all his eco.
Especially the
This
woodland.
could be ugly, yeah.
And now it would be an opportunity to send those light cav to blue's monks in siege because they are not protected by the knights at the moment.
Well, there are enough knights to kill light cav.
Yeah, but I mean the light cav should have run to the bombard cannons, right? Not attacked the knights. I think he realized that it's too late now. He's just producing another TC. Imagine if he went up on the wrong TC. That would have been so sad.
In the meantime, yellow is up 35%, preparing barracks.
Yeah, yellow will take into those halberdiers, yeah.
Speedy halberdiers.
And yellow started to sling Saladin a bit. Saladin is producing more light cav, but he only has 2 working farmers. He can't afford those light cavs for long. And they are stuck. He should have deleted the wall, I think, so he can run through, snipe those monks. And the next TC goes down. If those halberdiers don't arrive soon, I think it's GG for Saladin.
Oh, Saladin.
I think actually that yellow, if he just links a little bit and makes his own army pushes green, it might be enough to turn the game here.
Yeah. Another GG.
Because eco-wise, it's still a big difference. You can see that yellow. How they called it.
Yeah. I think it was maybe a couple of seconds ahead. Yeah.
I'm using capture age, so I'm probably falling a bit behind, I guess.
Okay. The issues also, even if you sling red a bit, he still would have had to take into the halberdiers first, right? This also takes up a time. Oh no, you meant if what would you say if yellow attacks green actually would have turned the game?
To be honest, I would say that there's no eco behind blue right at this point, right? He's got 50 villagers. Green also has attacked into at least double stable knights at this point. He has gotten bloodlines +1/+1. He's just adding a third TC outside, I think. And we'll probably start attacking to guess halberdiers later on. Yes, adding barracks in the front. But let's say we have 3 or 4 rams maybe and 20 halberdiers. It would probably clean up green before he would be able to react, I would think. So.
But it would be basically a base trade, right? Trading red for green.
Yeah, but I would still actually prefer being, because blue basically don't have an army here. He has siege and monks, which does not really work against Kelsey at this point. I would say, but it would maybe be too late, I guess. I'm not too sure. It does feel a bit premature again to me. And also they played without any plan as well in my head, so yeah.
I think the plan was boom into half siege for both of them. Yeah, which would they have struggled with anyway, as I said, right? Because neither of them gets bombard cannons, and blue already had so many on the field. Yeah, like blue had both of the hardest counters to Khmer, right? Like to the typical Khmer strategies. Bombard cannons against scorpions and monks against elephants. And of course...
Yeah, I really dislike to play with just how little scouting they actually did. Especially when they knew that the Malay player was going for a bit of a different build order.
Yeah. Elaborate, please. Like, you feel that Saladin and Kotyan Khan didn't scout the enemies enough?
Well, considering just how this played out, it would it just doesn't feel like they knew what's coming. They didn't expect anything here. So, yeah. Because I think the first stable was so far close enough to the wall that they should be able to scout with their scouts, I think. I'm not too sure about it, because I didn't check then with the fog of war.
Yeah.
But let's see the scout, yeah, they should have seen that. It's just, I think it's 3 or 4 tiles within the walls, so that should be able to scout the trites.
Yeah, they lost the wars of the initial scouts, right? One because
Yeah, but you still had the... Red still had a scout left, right?
Yeah.
If you remember running into yellow space.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe, even if you lose all of them, just make make more scouts or get outposts out of anything to see what your enemies are trying to do. To be fair, like, probably they just expected it to be like whatever paladins or help siege from Teutons and Arbalest from blue. But still, if you see melee, you can expect that they will be up quite early, that they have the strength to push early. It was quite greedy to going double full boom basically.
I also think it was a big mistake for him to try to get to Imperial even there. Just cancel it, get maybe even fortified walls up immediately when you see that you're gonna get pushed, right? We did see him killing off 1 scout right outside of blue space. When you see that coming, just get up fortified walls, wall off behind it, because you know that he's invested a lot into it. Try to delay, probably make, how you said, light carry just to try to snipe things. Because when you're going to Imperial, you're investing 1,000 food and 800 gold. And you suddenly can't really afford to defend yourself properly, right? Maybe add some kind of siege just to force them off your walls if possible. Try to micro it a bit.
Like a siege is a bit hard against bombard cannons, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, but just to force the reactions is what I'm meaning, right? Then you know that both of them are committing their army, and you will still have 1 player fully boomed out if you do it like that. So.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I agree. Like, the imp, getting imp didn't pay off for Saladin. If you see a big push like this, like if you see that many bombard cannons that early, you can probably assume that there's not the strongest eco behind that. So if you can accomplish to buy enough time for your teammate, you guys might be able to push back afterwards. But getting up to imp were mostly wasted resources at this point, I guess.
Indeed.
Deep Chill is asking if it was too early to call because Yellow had such a strong eco. I actually agree, like, I would never have called this, but then again, I'm the cockroach. Yeah, like incarnate, I never surrender basically.
Yeah, I mean, Red still has 51 villagers, so I had arena games where I had less villagers and still managed to reboom.
Yeah, but tournament games are a bit different, right? Because usually if you win those ranked games where you're almost dead, it's often like a 4 versus 4, and on those latter games people might not go. Might be a bit lazy. In tournament games, you usually can assume that the enemies will try to kill you and not just start having fun instead.
Well, eco-wise, you could say that there's still more villagers on for Saladin's team at the moment. There's still, even after losing 50 villages from Red, there's still 26 villagers ahead of Green and Blue this game.
Yeah, and imagine if Red invested all his resources into light cav, like into more stables, maybe on the outside, and more light cav or something, and would have like 2,000 resources. You can make so many light cav with that. He would have been able to snipe at least some of those bombard cannons, and even that would have delayed the push by a lot until Yellow can arrive to help.
Indeed.
Yeah, so Chad is also agreeing and saying that Red should have went for the Bars style of defense. I'm not sure if fortified walls would have been a play here, but I think it was not over yet. But of course the push was very, very strong, and even stronger because red and yellow did not scout it in time. They lacked information. Okay. So 2 really quick games here in the winners bracket finals.
Also, I mean, it was Saladin and Kotyan Khan's home map, which they just lost. So
yeah, it's double rough. It's a bad start for your mindset too, right?
I would have no mindset after these 2 games anymore.
Yeah. So the military score is kind of speaking for itself. Prithviraj, 44 units killed, most of them villagers, some light cav, only 2 knights lost. Yeah. It's still a bit sad to see, like, Saladin's Kotyan Khan's combined army was 13. It's a bit more than Ivaylo had monks. It's less even than Ivaylo had monks in mobile cannons. So it feels like the fight that we expected, the struggle for the win was not here yet. Maybe they will start fighting back more in the next games. We'll see about that.
Well, next game will be Team Islands though, so it will be completely different at least.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I want to see crazy landings. I want to see sniping transfer chips of demos. And I want to see a Persian douche. And probably on your teammate, like Otto likes to do. I can't forget. What was that? Norman or something? You delayed your TC like 10 minutes, and then you didn't find an enemy, and then you just dropped it next to Benny because you were thinking he's an enemy, right? Or just to lame him, basically.
No, come on! I was running around on all my things. I wanted to douche someone, but I was too late. That's why I just took the next best spot, which was right next to Benny. Things happen.
And you complained about the whole...
I don't believe you. I think you tried to do something and didn't realize.
Yeah. You kept your word. You kept your word. You said you were gonna douche somebody, and you did. Yeah, it's 20 minutes imp time for Blue in this arena game. That's quite strong, I would say. A nice push there.
Wait, did he get farm slung by the Knutan player, actually?
No, he didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think we would have noticed. I don't see a Knutan villager left in blue space.
I mean, you don't need a villager there, right? I mean, you can set the farms from your own, at least before the patch. Not sure how it's after the patch.
I think you have to start building the farms for it to work. But yeah, let's hop into the Team Islands game then. Any questions or things that Chad wants to add to those first 2 games? Hopes, wishes. Maybe I can put Otto a bit louder. Motions would like that. If not, we're gonna see Vikings and Byzantines against Italians and Huns now.
Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time we saw a Team Island game, wasn't it Saladin going for Vikings while Kotyan Khan tried to land, got completely destroyed, and Saladin basically won that game 1v2 by first winning water, then his home island, and then the enemy island?
Yeah, I think I remember something that direction.
Yeah, it was me at halftime casting. I think it was Saladin. Let's see if he's gonna pull off the same again.
So, starting the game, I only see the map. I can already say that Ivaylo and Prithviraj have the worse island compared to Saladin and Kotyan Khan. Like, look at those thin, stretched endings of the island. can reach anything there with galleys. If you lose water, you can't take any wood there. Kinda rough.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they basically just have that one wood line that is absolutely not rangeable from water, but it's only that one wood line between them.
Yeah. But like I would prefer Saladin and Kotyan Khan's island here for sure. It's also probably easier to spot on landing with their island, because there are no far
Less
away corners.
I mean less space to land.
Yeah, I'm at 10 seconds. I'm gonna start at go. 1, 2, 3, go. So, Knutan, wanna talk about the Siths?
Okay, well, Byzantines and Vikings are of course very strong. Vikings probably get their strength, I would say, with at least this matchup. I would guess that Italians and Huns will probably go for either full water, both of them. Then I would probably have the Huns player going for fire galleys in my head, and the Italians player going for galleys. But I would probably prefer the Huns player going for a landing. Just my personal preference. So when playing this, then on the other side, Vikings and Byzantines, both of them are really good at water saves. Vikings probably could easily do probably backed up into a fast cast, I would say, and a long ship. They're easy to do, and also very strong in a lot of cases. Byzantines with their faster firing fire ships can also be really strong in those 1-1 matchups there, but it's not really that great later on. You can do a fast leap, of course, but it can sometimes not work out that well. So, yes, we will see.
I feel like the Huns pick is so interesting. It has so many layers to it. Like, first of all, it's not a meta pick. Like Italians, Vikings, Byzantines, all of these are your typical strong water sieves. But Huns on Team Islands, you start with less wood. It's like, first of all, it's a show of confidence. Like you are showing you're prepared to take a civ that's totally out of meta for Team Islands, and you plan the fear for landing deep into the mind of your enemies. If you see Huns on Team Islands for the enemies, they picked it. You are sure.
Well, you still have to think about this was a draft, right? So they used Malay, and they probably will save Japanese for islands, I would think. So they don't really have that many water seals left then. They also used Portuguese in Arabia. Yeah. So basically they don't really have any good water seals left. So I would probably say that Huns are probably the second best water seal, maybe except for Berbers, which I would probably spare for another map.
It's still a bit mind gamey though, right? Because you really force the enemy to think that you will go for landing, and I'm just really curious about if he will do it, or if he just wants the enemies to think that they will go for land. Maybe they'll just go a straight meta water play.
Might be.
By the way, we see Saladin dropping a forward dock, so it's not gonna be back dock FC into longboats.
It's interesting. Back dock from the Huns player would probably indicate some sneaky day stuff happening.
Also some kind of back or side dock from Kotyan Khan.
So the only actually front dock is coming from the Viking player, which is a little unexpected to me.
Indeed.
I think Kotyan Khan's dock would still be considered a back dock. That's strange, because of the shape of Ireland.
I mean, sure, it's good to the TC, your villager doesn't have to walk that far, but if you want to be aggressive in feudal, it's not gonna be great.
I'm not sure if I like Kotyan Khan's dock, because he gets those really strong fire galleys, right? Or fire ships, I can't remember how they're called. So usually you would like to have your dogs forward to pressure the enemy as fast as possible with your fire galleys, because you will overpower the enemy in the beginning of feudal for the same uptime, because your fire galleys is so much stronger.
Well, it looks like blue will be going for early water here, right? He's the first one of the feudal age, and I can't see her like his backpack too much if he's going for a feudal water fight here. Because look at how long time it will take to get ships around that island now.
Yeah, that's.
That could become a big issue, I think.
Hey, it would make sense if he goes for galleys, right, and wants to master before he runs forward. And even, yeah, maybe it's something like this. Green is Xing something. Oh, his transport ship. Okay. Yeah.
Yellow actually had quite a bit of idle time there before he managed to click up here.
Green has his scout and 2 wills in his transport ship.
Oh, is dropping the barracks at home probably gonna be stable on the other island?
Yeah.
Also,
making a barrack on his own island, as you said.
Kotyan Khan milled the deer. Was too lazy. What? Look, Saladin, what a team player, is pushing one of his deer towards Kotyan Khan's base. Look at this, the whole distance.
Oh, crazy. Meanwhile, instead of scouting his base against the Han landing, he's pushing his teammate.
Kotyan Khan scout ran into it, so should have seen it. Could have seen it at least. Not sure if Kotyan Khan was paying attention there.
I don't see any pings from Kotyan Khan.
So probably didn't pay attention after all. But at least has 1 extra deer now from Saladin. Good job, Saladin, best team player ever. Rex, why don't you do this for me if you're in my pocket?
Because in that case I would get landed like Saladin and we lose. I really was thinking they want to mind game the enemies, right? Pick Huns, because you will almost always assume that they will go for landing on team islands, and then just not do it, right? Confuse the enemy, something like this. But they just are playing it straightforward, and landing did not get
stable spotted. Coming up from Kotyan Khan defensively as well, though. So
okay, so maybe they spotted it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We do have 3 scouts out from green at the moment, coming towards red space.
Well, blue also has 4 galleys, but 5 galleys, but they are all in the back of the base. I'm not really.
Oh, that looks like 2 dead villagers from red here.
And a dead scout, maybe, or.
Yeah, the scout will die either way in the end. Okay, no, he runs in time. I was thinking the other scouts survive. So, Kotyan Khan, no, dead wills. Kill death.
No, 1 dead villager actually.
1 dead will. Okay, yeah.
There died 1 villager on the lumber camp from Saladin.
Yeah, Saladin was losing 2 villagers on the lumber camp.
But he only lost.
He only has one death.
Yeah,
so.
only 1 death.
That's weird. Maybe he deleted one of them. I mean, there's a.
But at this point, the landing is not valuable anymore, right? It's gonna be 4 scouts out to low HP, and the stable will be fully walled in.
Yeah, and those cheap Byzantine spears are doing the rest. Prithviraj is trying to get some more damage in on those wills, but...
Oh, 2 wills are running.
And green has idled everything at the moment. He's not producing villagers and not doing anything. Blue also had a lot of idle time, at least some idle time on his TC.
Green's macro is totally out of shape. Like more than 1,000 wood banked. Like he did not pay attention to space for quite a while. That's really rough. Yeah, he's trying to fix it a bit now, but he invested.
It's also transferring forward more villagers at this point.
Yeah, he was focusing too much
on galley
guys,
fight. Oh, it's no fire galley fight. It's a good old school galley fight between red and blue.
Fletching from red at the moment and no fletching from blue, so should be an easy fight to win for red at this point.
Blue has fletching now as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for Vikings the galleys are cheaper.
The dogs are cheaper. The
docks are
warships
cheap,
too. The warships too.
yeah. Cheaper docks is the team bonus. Cheaper warships is civ bonus.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. Green landed 3 more villagers on the enemy
Oh
island.
no.
I mean, Saladin and Kotyan Khan would feel safe now, right? Because they cleaned the first 2 villas, but Green is preparing an archery range now. 2 archery ranges.
Well, with that wood he has, makes sense.
He invested
At least
a lot
he
of the
had.
wood already in farms, all that stuff. And he's warning off his base and expecting a landing on their island with all the scouts that were made by Kotyan Khan.
I'm wondering if Red will see the landing. Yeah, got a lot of galleys around. Just missing it.
Yeah, blue and green are both walled because they're expecting a landing.
But red could see those 2 trees that green started chopping. Or is this a spectator bug? I don't know, I don't remember.
And now I think yellow will lose his fishing ships. Blue also
Yes.
being the first one up to Castle Age at this point. Just
Okay,
running with the fishing ships at the moment. Still the only single dock from yellow.
So, it's kind of the same pattern. Saladin and Kotyan Khan with a stronger eco, but being on the back foot in military terms. But it's not by a margin as big as in the other games, with having similar army numbers on the map. Yellow with the 3 town watch of
Also,
Byzantines
green just clicked up.
watched, saw some of the archers for some seconds, but I don't think he realized. They were in his vision, but he didn't ping, he didn't send his scouts forward. He saw the archers next to his foot line, but he didn't realize they're there. That's really sad, actually.
There's still only 4 scouts from yellow, right? So,
And 2 of them half HP or less.
indeed.
But actually, green could go for green is halfway. Castle Age could go.
But Red is actually killing blue's
Zero.
fishing ship and his own base at the moment.
Okay, yellow now realized the archers. Yeah, so realized that the archers now.
But he's going to red now. That should be villagers down.
Oh yeah, that's really rough. Red has nothing on land. You can't
3. Oh,
Can't defend from this.
4. Wounded hurts.
Okay, yellow
5.
engaging now with his scouts, but he won't win this
The
fight.
scouts should go down easily here.
Yeah, no armor on them, no. Okay.
You can't need armor to engage this. Now you just get war galleys coming from blue as well.
Yeah, so blue maybe gonna clean that red fishing eco in a second.
Okay, and green has more archers outside, which will be crossbows quite soon. Yellow is starting...
Expect him to switch into cavalry archers.
Oh,
yeah. CA on the way.
Oh,
they're
This is some
pretty
mystical again.
reasonable
It's
compared
producing
to
on a single barrack on skin.
Yes.
They're also doing crossbow now, so...
Yellow also adding knights, which will be fine as long as green doesn't get up too many cav archer numbers. Yeah, and really nice walls of red to deny the archers more entry into space. But no, they also are crossbows. With Botkin. 1 more villager down. Okay.
Also,
You also see careening coming for the Italian player at the moment.
we see a galley fight, but numbers heavily in favor of Ivaylo. Yeah, Saladin losing all his ships in the front.
Saladin's other force is still just running at the back of the island for Ivaylo and Prithviraj, not really doing much. And all 12 of his finiships are now suddenly idle.
I like
Actually finding
how green walled in his villager to get the archery range up, but Kotyan Khan just said, no, not today, sent a mangle forward and killed the villager in his own safety walls. Yeah. Okay, 2 mangles. Yeah, the 2 mangles and a couple knights should be enough to clean anything that Prithviraj throws at them at this point in the game.
But it's only +1 armor on the knight so far.
No, they can't get bloodlines too. Okay, Kefar just out. And
that's a nice shot.
Really nice shot. That's so good for Kotyan Khan. Okay, okay, no, I think now he's over-investing. 3 mangles out is too much. But at least he can be sure that he will clean his island.
Oh wait, is there a demo shot about to happen? Oh wait, Vikings don't get demos. Oh no, they get... Do they get demos?
So now, how...
They get demos, but they don't get fires.
Villager count on both sides is about even actually. It is even, 44, 53 on both sides. No, it's not even anymore, but yeah, really close, really close.
Yeah, but
it's close, but momentum is in favor of green and blue, I would say.
I'm not sure.
Even though green,
it's switching right now, right? It was in favor for green and blue the whole game, but red and yellow are slowly gaining control over your game again.
I really want to transport now from yellow, though.
Yeah, he invests in so much military. He should make use of it.
Wait,
instead he will chase one Cav archer with all of his army.
Guys, Saladin by accident created a trade card, but instead of using it, he just deleted it.
Oh my god, that's a sign that he's tilted, I think. If he is not using a trade card but just deleting it, that's show that's
also, I mean, villager numbers are kind of even, but 11 of Saladin's fishing ships are just sitting between the islands and are not working since Saladin is losing all his docks to blue.
And Kotyan Khan's 6 fishing ships are also idle at the bottom edge as well. So.
Oh, they just forgot about them. Oh, that's really rough. Like the villager counts are about even, but Kotyan Khan and Saladin don't have as many working villagers basically.
I mean, I don't think that it's really forgetting about it. It's more about that they just don't have the control to fish anywhere.
Well, now actually, do you see a transport ship finally for Kotyan Khan coming? I mean, sending villages over to blue now? Well, sending something over to blue, I don't see it actually.
Blue had most of his secret in the bag, right? Because he was fighting red. So they actually had the opportunity to fish in safety for quite some while.
Red now sending his fishing ships over towards Kotyan Khan. I'm not sure if he's sending all the way around to his back docks.
Kotyan Khan is slinging red, so red can afford longboats.
Well, adding a second TC at the moment, so he's not planning to go up soon.
Red was pinging the fleet of blue that it's kind of dangerous now to transport over. I really would have liked to see a monk to heal up Kotyan Khan's knights, squeeze some more value out of them, because they are so low because of the manual shots.
Especially with Byzantine's faster healing.
Exactly. That was what I was thinking.
And green are even walling in the tiny gap into the base of green here. Those are so low now, so... The TCs also have Bodkin.
Yeah, they're low and they don't have a second arm upgrade. All they can do is maybe distract a little bit, force some reactions.
Yeah. Well, one is actually hitting through it now, so...
Okay, yeah, that's quite nice. And red is red has a lot of longboats up and will take a fight on blue now. Yeah, he just realized. Yeah, no red will snowball on water, I'm quite sure. Those longboats are so strong. And
nobody is 6 yet though, so...
Yeah. So blue will just keep running for ages.
But also, I mean, at least
Okay,
Blue has enough gold to click up.
I got a donation. Laos donated 420. Get yourself a better caster than Otto. I'm not sure why the donation didn't pop on the stream. I'm so sorry, but thank you very much, Laos.
420, nice.
So yeah, I could replace Otto for Laos next time in that case. But also, who can I blame then if something goes wrong with the stream?
Lost?
Laos. But then he won't sling me for 20 anymore, right?
True.
So quite lovely. Thank you very much, Laos, for your generous and good-hearted donation. Okay, Red is taking not the best fight here. Too many galleys out for Ivaylo. He will have to run back with his longboats.
I mean,
Red
longboats.
not patrolling actually, I don't like that.
Yeah.
If you, especially on ships, I would say that you should patrol away on no attack stance because you usually are slightly bit faster than.
Also, I mean, the only time longboats can shine is if they kite, not in a straight up fight. You don't want to straight up fight.
They can also straight up fight quite well because one really strong thing about longboats is they can stack up like crazy, right? There can be 60 longboats and they will stack up in like 5x5 tiles. So they can get better trades against other big masses of galleys, but...
Well, true if you underestimate their numbers.
Yeah, exactly. But Saladin is not at those numbers yet.
Yeah, but imagine fighting Portuguese then.
Yeah, that's why the caravels are extra strong against longboats, right? Because longboats are strong, especially strong by staking up. Yeah. Caravels counter that.
Guys, we missed looping halfway up to imp. Oh wait, actually... Everyone clicked imp by now with Kotyan Khan.
We haven't missed it, but it's similar enough that it won't matter.
Okay, I missed it.
And the donations were far more important than that, right? We are not here to see the games, we are here to give Rex money.
Well, numbers are between Saladin and Ivaylo is at the moment very equal, but...
Yeah, Ivaylo still has the army lead, and it will take Saladin a bit of time to catch up with that.
Green are gonna send more cavalry archers over now.
Yeah.
What is yellow going for? What is Kotyan Khan's army looking like? Does he have army? He still has the army from earlier for a couple of nights.
Kotyan Khan is playing a bit like you. I mean, like full TC army. Okay, to be fair, it's only 3 TCs. Oh, adding more stables now, but do you really want to go for stable units as Byzantines? Or maybe for camels, but still without bloodlines?
I'm wondering if we will see a castle up here as well.
Prithviraj landing with 5 more bills and 6 more cav archers.
It's just gonna... It doesn't have a stone to do a castle, but I guess it'll be just more production.
Byzantine's Town Watch was so worth it this game already because Kotyan Khan can... Okay, to be fair, Prithviraj was not hiding his cav archers, but still, it's quite nice to see those landings a bit earlier. And now he will abuse those choke points against the knights.
And the knights going down so fast.
Yeah, +2, but no bloodlines as Byzantines, right? He's handing over those manuals. And
we already have galleons, no chemistry yet for blue, but...
I think Kotyan Khan should wall this off, like really quickly, and then force a good fight with the manuals. Maybe with a heart with the galleons behind.
Oh, galleons also have chemistry now. So.
I do think the water fight there will be quite equal, but I think that
we
just have too big an advantage compared to the yellow
water fight in the back, yes. Water fight in the back.
Elite longbows with bracer versus galleons with bracer. That's one, same upgrades.
Yeah.
And chemistry
both
for both
chemistry,
sides.
Yeah. Also careening on both sides now.
But as the game goes longer, those elite longbows will be stronger and stronger, just because they tend to be able to take the better fights, right? Here there are like 45 longboats fighting 10 galleons, and they could not stack up more than like 30 to fight at the same time. It's just you always will take better fights if longboats stacking up. Yeah, I think the longboats should take a really good fight here. Like, you look, half of the galleons have to
It's not a good fight anymore though.
Yeah, okay.
Because now everything is fighting, and then I would probably prefer having...
Yeah.
We do see Saladin trying to micro a bit extra, but this is not how you use longbows correctly.
Yeah, Red should not have left that choke point. He just tried to prove that I don't know anything about this game. So he threw his longbows here.
Meanwhile, we see Yellow Cavalier.
Byzantine Cavaliers.
Maybe go for Heavy Camel instead. I mean, at least as soon as you reach those CA, you do bonus damage. I mean, as Byzantines, you also like the last attack upgrade, right? So I guess bonus damage is a bit more important than, I don't know, just raw damage of the Cavalier.
The camels also die a bit more quick, right? But I guess with them being a bit cheaper for Byzantines, might have been a good option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have full cost Cavalier, which are just bad. I mean, lacking attack, lacking HP. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Byzantine Cav.
How is the eco-looking Saladin having the least villagers of 95? Kotyan Khan the most, with 140 almost. So they are Saladin and Kotyan Khan are in favor eco-wise. But Ivaylo having the biggest.
Yeah, but they have no water control.
Yeah, Ivaylo has so many galleons, which will be quite scary. Prithviraj keeping up the pressure with his landings.
Just all initiative is on the side of Prithviraj and Ivaylo at this point, which is a really bad thing, I think.
Yeah. And Saladin and Kotyan Khan are only reacting, taking a bit more damage, keep losing units.
Also Green is dropping stables now on Saladin's side, so about to stream in some, I guess, Hussars, at least at some point.
Some nice macro from Blue here, actually. Managing to dodge quite a lot of the shots from Red here. Now we are seeing almost 15 more army. Well, actually 15 more army, but coming more from back now.
Okay, here are the Cavaliers a bit better though than the Heavy Camels, because they will be able to clear those stables way earlier than Camels could do.
Well, yeah, that's right. Also clearing the forward. I would love to see a statistic of how many forward villagers Green lost this game. Oh, now he's dropping a castle drop.
Yeah.
Might not get up there, actually.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just in time. Just in time.
Oh no! Oh, that's so rough. I was thinking I was already hyped because they spotted it just because of Saladin's house. But the quick walls of Green really clean. Hey, that's rhyme. That rhymes. Okay, yeah, that castle will go up. And Green has solidified his position on Saladin's and Kotyan Khan's map. Meanwhile, Red is still fighting Blue. Some questionable micro at some points.
Targets now being dropped from Ivaylo and Prithviraj as well, considering just how cheap to get the trade set up with the Italian bonus there. Yeah, not looking too good now for Saladin and Kotyan Khan.
Yeah, like if you get the water control, the longer island might even be better, right? Because you will have better trade, I guess.
Indeed.
Like Ivaylo's really focused on his micro. I think he had these idle farmers for I think maybe 10 minutes, maybe longer. Okay, they're taking another fight. I don't see why is Saladin not kiting a bit back. It's a bit too confident for the position they are in.
Or maybe just frustrated too.
Or maybe he's just busy with his map. Kotyan Khan is taking care of that, right? Yeah, Red losing more bills. Totally invested.
We're about to see Byzantine Paladin.
Oh, nice. Quite unusual. I loved how Saladin was sending in fishing ships to tank a little bit, but I don't think he should take these fights head on. I think he has to kite back because he doesn't have numbers. He's not in the winning position.
Yeah.
Well,
By
at
the
this
way,
point,
Green
water's
Castle
lost,
being
and you
trapped.
also are getting pushed slightly on land as well, so...
Yeah, but now that Yellow has those Byzantine paladins and a couple traps up, they will be able to clean the forward on their island.
Yeah.
Oh no, they called it.
Well, you can also see that almost all of the eco of Red was idle there at the end there.
Yeah.
Just checked the data on everything, all idle, and I got over... it was over 60, so I couldn't check anymore.
He also, yeah. And I'm not sure what was happening there. Was he so invested on the water micro? But it didn't look like it. Because...
The game was basically over at this point, right? The Italian player was in too good of a position there. He had all initiative. All of the docks from Saladin was back docks in this case. We had Green pushing into them somewhat on their own island. They couldn't get out of trade. So I think it was GT even 5-6 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as cannon galleons from the Italians come in, he can reach so much. Yeah, as Knutan said, water was lost, so there was no way back.
But I kinda dislike that they lost water. Even Vikings are so strong in water. Those elite longboats. They 60 elite longboats should beat 60 galleons.
They don't.
They don't.
It's very equal, I would say, but the thing about longboats is that they are easier to micro. But if you, for example, don't use that well enough, they usually just lose, and versus galleons would usually prefer galleons. And especially with Italians getting shipwright and everything, which I don't think you get as Vikings. You do get the bonus, but I think shipwright is stronger later on.
Are they better with micro?
Well, the thing is that with the longbows, you overkill everything with basically, right? So let's say you're fighting 60-60. Unless you're microing them a lot, you will overkill every single thing you do. And let's say with galleons, you get a bit more of an even spread. And if you patrol them in, you can also get them pretty well stacked as well. We did see it in the one fight which looked quite even, but if you checked it, you could see that blue has stacked so much that they actually had 10 more than chips and 10 more gallons than it actually looked like. So
yeah, I guess Ivaylo's galley micro was also better than what I'm used to. Because so many people dislike water. They never really get into it too much. But yeah, I guess the way he patrolled those in is quite huge for that fight. And he had those numbers anyway, right? So he would win the fight. Yeah, looking at the stats here. Hey, how did you like Prithviraj's landings? Did they make the Saladin and Kotyan Khan struggle a lot, or could have they worked better?
I think they did just fine. I mean, picking some red villagers, forcing reactions from Kotyan Khan. I feel like those landings were worth it. I mean, blue won the water, right? So seems like it did work out at the end.
I guess it also made sure that, for example, Red could not totally focus on his fleet because there was also a lot going on in his base. Meanwhile, Prithviraj and Ivaylo could mostly focus on the front, and that was also what they did because they were kinda untouched at home. Like once Saladin was in the back of the base sniping some fishing ships. But yeah, they had the advantage of being the aggressor to some degree, being able to focus on their armies, not having to worry about the eco too much.
So, well, I guess we do still have one last game left, so let's take a look at what it will be.
Okay, return to replays.
Last map will be Lombardia.
I mean, there's always it's always possible to reverse sweep, right? So it's only potentially the last game.
It's a best of 7, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed.
So it's 3-0 on the turds.
And I would like to apologize once more again for not having the donation stuff perfectly set up yet. I will have that next time. And just once more thank you to Shiran Puri for the 10 euros and Laust for the 420. I really appreciate it. And thanks again for everybody watching, the procasters at being not that pro at casting. Okay.
I mean, the 420 donation was already worth it.
Yes, that's true. I also appreciate the... I appreciate Laos being like this. Okay.
Are we ready?
Just saying,
Yes.
dear moderator, don't ban GL. He will trash talk a lot, but there's no reason to mute him or anything. It's okay. So
Just type
you have a
him out,
moderator?
that's fine.
I just don't want anybody to wonder when he's talking about farting confetti or that stuff. So let's go to
Well,
the next
yo,
game. I'm at 10 seconds. I'm gonna
it's Lombardia.
1, 2, 3, go. So we have Prithviraj with the Chinese start and with Chinese and Ivaylo with Lithuanians against Kotyan Khan with Mongols and Saladin with Persians. What are your thoughts?
I really like Kotyan Khan and Saladin saved here. Mangudai in this case I would say would probably be the far strongest, and they also have better late game with the Mongol siege in this case as well. But
Yeah, I
we
mean,
will
they
see.
just have the speed, right?
They have mobility in a totally
Yeah.
different way compared to
That's what I meant.
top there.
Yeah. Also, we can see, is Saladin blaming cows from Kotyan Khan? Or am I just too stupid to count?
Yeah, he has 10 cows, he has 2 cows too much, basically.
Saladin, after pushing the deer over the whole map, now stealing cows. Not sure if I want this teammate.
Seems like Saladin is not playing anymore, saying those cows are mine, and ping's coming in. How they want to wall? Oh no, do they boss? The ping with their boss out.
Yeah, I mean, always hard to tell on this map which war is yours, which is your...
And blue is already walling off at the front there, so that does not look like a very aggressive play to me.
I am starting the wall off at less than 3 minutes. Very Lombardia thing to do. Yeah, Laos is
you
saying
call him
that,
MBL, right?
3-mil wall up.
Laos is saying that Saladin will give his spawn return. So that's why they exchanged cows, which makes sense, right, for Mongol bonus.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
Oh,
bit
but-
unfortunate
actually-
with the boss being
Oh.
behind the wood line, but they will manage.
Yeah, that sucks.
Kotyan Khan actually sending a villager with food in her hands, so this could actually turn out and be a bit unfortunate.
That's only
Yeah.
2 food at least.
Yeah, but
it's
what I mean is
also-
usually they will start hitting back often if they
Oh, but
attack
look,
them.
I know. I thought Saladin would maybe block the wall with his scouts, no?
Oh yeah, no, but
should be fine.
Saladin is one of them, right? Saladin is a teammate.
Yeah. I mean, could have blocked the boar so that it's not getting in any hit, but
I was thinking Saladin will blame a villager.
no, don't
Okay.
don't blame your
Least,
your teammate.
But,
I actually like going a bit later on to Varys here, but should also probably send the villager already to the next boar.
Ivaylo and Prithviraj already warning so much. This is the newest patch though, right? So Dark Age Palisade walls are kind of squishy, and if you're gonna go for
Yeah,
stealth,
only 150 HP.
yeah, you can go. You can get through those quite quickly, I guess.
Khan is a bit late getting in the second boar here, so we'll have to take another cow.
Also, again, the villager with one food in her hands.
The thing is that if you click outside the TC, it's all good, but the second you actually click under the TC when grabbing the boar, you suddenly experience a dead villager often. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Did this happen this time? No, it didn't, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't click
all
on the
good.
TC, so it was all good, but this is always something to keep in mind in my head.
Really dangerous.
Oh,
That's the point.
Oh, Saladin trying to push the deer, but it walked back, all the way back. Oof.
Both
that
the
sucks.
teams already thinking about the wall affair, so it doesn't look like it will be too much happening before we see
What?
stage.
Kotyan Khan going to stone. Oof.
And FC
Early Mangadai.
Mangadai, yeah. But how do you like the maps? So, which map do you like more? Oh my god, I'm super.
I actually like both maps quite a lot. At
I
least for
just
late
hate the
game.
map in general.
And do you think it? Well, I'd prefer Saladin and Kotyan Khan's map barely, but it's very even.
Yeah, I agree. I also think the maps are kinda even, but Saladin and Kotyan Khan have a bit of an edge here, with like main gold for Kotyan Khan being the back, and I feel like a bit easier or more natural wall off. But the secondary stone and gold for Kotyan Khan will be outside of the walls, which might be awkward.
I feel like for Kotyan Khan and Saladin, they have kind of the worst hills
Yeah.
next to their base.
Yeah.
I mean, the one in the south, the one in the north. I mean, sure, blue and green also have hills in front of their bases, but they're not that big.
Well, they shouldn't lose those hills, right? Because if you're getting pushed that harshly, you are already in a bit of a dangerous position.
And
We
Kotyan
probably
Khan,
won't see Chinese players and both the Chinese player as well as the Mongol player going for a lot of castles this game. So
yeah, exactly. Like Kotyan Khan will have that castle up quite early, so the Mangodai should be out there to secure front of the base anyway.
I do think that we actually see 2 extra goals a fair bit closer to Ivaylo at this point compared to the other side.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like those.
That's 5, 6, 7, 8.
The extra goals are more in favor of Ivaylo and Prithviraj here, right? And also
I think
the relics.
all the extra goals even I would say.
they have Lithuanians on the relics. 4 of the relics are on their side. With Lithuanians, that's really rough.
That's all the relics you could wish for as Lithuanian.
Yeah, like, that's like they don't even have yellow, but still they have those map hacks activated.
Oh man. Well, but what? Oh, Saladin is so unfortunate with his deer lures. I mean, look, now the deer is. What the? Why is the deer up there?
It's being stupid.
Oh, imagine being down 3-0 and then your deer is fucking out like this. It's like
I would delete the deer. Just delete it.
Make a militia and kill it or something.
Usually Barrett's coming up from Saladin, so I guess they might try to contest the relics. Maybe?
Yeah, probably stable blacksmith Castle Age with making a couple scouts for going up to Castle Age.
That sounds quite reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have...
Might need to do a stable market here actually. Well, a stable blacksmith, but he's gonna lack some gold maybe to click up then.
I think he has 5 on gold. I think he should be fine. They don't have any vision outside of the base though, so they don't know yet that the relics are far away. But I really like the scout edition here. I think that's quite important. Kotyan Khan milling the D again. Kotyan Khan said, I won't push those. I'm gonna mill again.
They behave so bad. No.
Yeah. They are kind of strange sometimes.
Yes.
And
maybe they
Saladin
added
deleting the palisade to attack Green's scout. I was expecting to send that he sends his filter forward to get the better 5 assure, so that he makes a gate and takes a better engagement with the hill bonus. Well microed by Saladin.
Close one.
A bit sloppy from Green as well.
Yeah,
he had the HP advantage there for quite a while there.
Yes, it looked like Green was distracted for a second, but I don't see how. He's not up to... Like, he didn't have to do anything at home at the moment, right?
Green is the fastest up, followed by Blue, both of them going... Well, 25 plus 3 pop up, by looks of things. Both Saladin and Kotyan Khan going a fair bit later up with 28 plus 2.
Kinda impressed how the Chinese players up before the Lithuanians player. Monastery going up for Ivaylo. But I don't see him producing any scouts yet. That's quite greedy. Just adding a TC, no scouts, going for
Might
relics.
be quite a bit of aggression coming here. It's double range, double stable knights at the moment.
Oh yeah, my bad, I didn't realize it. Oh no, Blue is producing also. Producing knights, monks. Red is going for knights. This will be quite interesting.
First castle already coming up from Kotyan Khan as well.
A really safe castle, just making sure that home eco is protected.
Green is adding 2 TCs, and we also see 1 TC coming from Blue as well. No upgrades on the knights from Blue.
Seems like both teams are preparing for the long game, while also preparing some bit of Castle Age aggression with a couple monks and knights.
To be honest, I actually don't like too much that he's making that much army from red here. I think just getting, let's say, 5 or 6 Mangdai out and just using the marking them down would be the better choice there.
I was thinking it won't be fun with those knights against Blue's monks, but if Kotyan Khan joins side with Mangdai, he will be able to snipe those monks quite easily.
Ivaylo setting out to get the first relic to the left of his base.
Yeah, green pinging the relic positions for Blue here as well.
Red even actually stopping villager production at times to keep producing knights. But do actually taking the first villager from Blue here, building a house at the front.
And he will try to push in the blue space, but will get scared of it. Oh, the monk gets
Oh, that's an insta-conversion.
Oh, that... Like, what the fuck is going on? Imagine doing down 3-0, the deer, and are drift trolling you, and then when we gets the insta-conversion. Feels bad, man. Blue scouted most of the map already. But he didn't scout more than 1 relic. He scouted basically everywhere where there are no relics.
Well, he must have seen the relic towards the bottom of the wall, right? Top of the wall on Green's end.
Yeah, Green was pinging that relic earlier.
Yeah, but he doesn't see it because he doesn't have a market yet.
What?
Another conversion, I think.
Yeah, another instant conversion. What? The knight was barely in the range of the monk and already was converted.
I might get another conversion there if he's lucky. Oh, that's gonna be another conversion.
Let-
Even me 2 conversions, but it's still open though.
Yeah,
So
Red,
Red is inside.
Red just said, I don't care about getting converted. I will run in with those knights and take what I can before they die.
Yeah,
It's
also
plus
red.
1 defense as well, but
The Deep
yeah, I
Chill,
think they will be cleaned before they can do enough damage.
Deep Chill, the current score is 3-0 for Ivaylo and Prithviraj. So Kotyan Khan will then have to win this game to keep on playing, basically. As this is best of 7.
Green losing villagers underneath the TC. Yes.
Bit sloppy. Very sloppy actually. Now realizing.
Yeah, quite late to be honest. So let's see, do we have Mangadai production? Oh yeah, we have Mangadai coming forward now, but not a single upgrade on them so far.
Threshing on the way though, so that should be it. Oh, I realized just went straight.
Oh my god, another
fast conversion.
like, if we realized 1 second earlier, we would have gotten that monk. I really like the aggression so far. Saladin, like, he didn't get scared away by those monks. He just keep producing and got a couple of kills. Yeah, 18 kills, 12 deaths.
Yeah, especially on green villagers.
I really want to see Balkan coming now from the Mangadai, and it's still
Also-
kept open.
Oh yeah, that's
Kotyan-
huge! Oh yeah, they're getting the village of Prithviraj before he can rewall. And
Kotyan Khan sending forward wills.
oh yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, that will be another castle. And
Right,
Ooh,
in
the
the
aggressive castle. That's interesting.
I really like that. They are in a really good position now.
Should-
They will solidify that one. Castle
Yeah, we
going up
also
by
have
green,
Botkin
but,
now.
Oh, that should be a
might-
lot of the villagers.
They will deny that one or kill a lot of villagers. That's huge, actually. Oh, that's such
Yeah.
a buff.
That's a dark castle. Well,
Really
It's the beginning of a dark castle.
expansive castle
Oh,
attacks.
he deleted it.
Yeah,
Yep.
like that's
I mean,
rough.
we also have Botkin on the Mangadai, so they do quite some damage. Oh, actually,
And
first
sniping.
armor upgrade as well, sniping another monk.
Yeah, yeah.
and now the villagers are coming forward. 9 villagers dropping a castle right in between the 2 of the TCs.
Oh, I love the castle position, denying that stone, denying 2 TCs basically.
Another monk going down as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice
Ivaylo and Prithviraj are on the backward here. They will struggle to defend. Prithviraj gets up a defensive castle now, but
It's not defending that much of his eco.
and even if Kotyan Khan and Saladin would just run back to a base right now, they would have done so much damage already.
University coming out from Kotyan Khan as well now. Ballistics will be so helpful in this game.
Yeah, Prithviraj taking into Chokunu, trying to get some army to hold. So it will be knights and monks and Chokunu against knights and Mangudai. Which do
Yeah,
you
but the
prefer?
first Chokunu being sniped by the castle.
And some more builds going down, while Saladin tries to take out the first TC. Kotyan Khan.
I mean, the castle is helping as well, so it's gonna be quite fast.
I would like to see Bloodlines and the +2 come. +2 is coming in, and Bloodlines is also on the way from Red now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, blue has bloodlines already, but wait. What did? No. Okay, never
Only a
mind.
single relic as well for blue as well. So
Didn't even select the one in green space.
I really
Actually,
like
put it
how
easily.
Blue healed up all of his knights. Obviously he had those monks already, but it's always nice to squeeze out some more value out of the units. And Saladin is just running into green's eco, punishing a bit more.
Kotyan Khan clicked up, so
Oh, yeah.
gonna be the first by far, and it's gonna be able to trap pretty soon.
How many TCs does? Oh my god.
1, 2.
2 TCs. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 TCs only. But I mean, it's enough.
Yeah,
Equal-wise, we do see that blue is still leading, but position-wise, I would almost call this game almost won already by yellow and red.
yeah.
It's gonna be so tough to come back from this.
Yeah, I mean, in green losing the second TC already.
It's
It's
like
gonna be a lot of
a lot more dead wills because they can't garrison that TC. Oh, they won't be able to garrison that long at least. Yeah, and now they will die. Like this is a turnaround of the games we had earlier. In the other games, Kotyan Khan Saladin were leading in eco while they had reverse position on the map. This time, Kotyan Khan Saladin have reverse eco basically, but just have a much stronger position and the army lead. Which, if they keep pushing like this, they can like turn that into a win. And Kotyan Khan will just start having that castle, right? And then they actually,
Blue's counter-attacking Kotyan Khan in his base.
Oh, that's quite big.
Yeah, but quick
He's
wall.
getting rolled out now,
Nice
so
quick walls, yeah. And Kotyan
QT is
Khan
gold.
being up now. Yeah, they're calling
QT is
it.
gold.
Yeah. It's like Saladin and Kotyan Khan decided to put on their carry pants and said, we will take this one. Yeah, I really like that Kotyan Khan, like in the earlier games, Kotyan Khan went for way too much eco usually. This time he just stayed on 2 TCs, so he was able to click up to Imp earlier, right? Because you are investing less into wills, basically. Which was the right call.
A really nice game. Actually, it's the first time I'm actually liking forward castle up on this map.
And Motions is adding, this is the first game that Ivaylo and Prithviraj have lost in this tournament. Which shows
That's
how
true.
dominant they are and how hard it is to play against them, right? And still Kotyan Khan Saladin securing that first win. Which means the score is now 3-0. So the reverse sweep is still on the table.
It's gonna be exciting to see how next game will go then.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the statistics now.
Ivaylo and Prithviraj even had some armies on the field for some time, but they were not able to stop Saladin and Kotyan Khan from snowballing. I'm not sure.
And
What
This was even with quite a few lucky conversions from Ivaylo as well, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Like those conversions were really brutal. What should Ivaylo and Prithviraj have done differently to win this? Basically, less TCs, more army.
I think TCs were fine, but I think they should have gone down the stone earlier and then just gone for defensive castles. Because let's say when they saw how aggressive they were going, I think just getting one or two castles up, stop that aggression is so much easier. Because you know that they have Mongols, you know that they probably will get a castle up. And if you don't have a counter to the Magda, then I think you're just GG even before you hit Impas in this case.
I think it's.
You can see that on Unit's kill, right? So we have 7 kills for Ivaylo and 6 kills for Prithviraj.
It was also just a bit of overconfidence, I guess. Right, Blue had those monks, he got those conversions in against Saladin's knights, and was able to defend against those knights for some while, but they should have expected the Mangudai, obviously, against Mongols, and then those the monk defense won't work anymore.
And also the sloppy play from Grina and TC, right? The TC on his front. And he just lost them 6 or 7 villagers to the knights even before Kotyan Khan arrived with Mangudai.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about without castle, or was it something else?
Well, when Saladin just dived the TC from Prithviraj on the front stone.
Ah, yeah.
There's a very slow reaction there.
Hmm.
Also probably delayed him a fair bit because he was taking off stone then.
Yeah, that's true. And also the without castle obviously hurt so much. I don't remember. He lost like 8 wills maybe, and didn't even get it up at that spot. So really rough. Okay, that was game number 4. So possibly 3 more games to come.
Guess we will see.
Let's hop into the next game. I'm kinda disappointed from Chad. Like after this insane first win against Prithviraj and Ivaylo, there's no what the fuck, how they did it, and all those hype emotes in chat. I think most of them already fell asleep.
No, GL is hyping now.
Yeah, I think GL is mostly trash talking, to be honest.
Well, but now he's hyping as well. So what? Wait, I'm being a dick. Don't worry about it. What? Okay, didn't see that. Oh my god. So 2 people started typing. Oh, I see unicorns.
Yes. Well,
Nice.
the next map will be 4
wait.
lakes.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. Oh, do we have? Oh no, we had Persians already. Oh, I'm so sad.
I don't think the person would be on the card either way, Otto, unless you were playing somehow,
It's
which
sad.
would probably surprise me even more.
Oh, that almost hurt. Okay, never mind. I'm at 10 seconds now, so I'm ready as soon as you are.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. So, let's talk about civs, shall we?
Yes. So we have Saladin in the south playing as Britons, teammate Kotyan Khan to the what is it, east, playing as the Slavs. Oh, that's funny, the Slavs in the east. What a coincidence. I'm not gonna say that. Green in the west playing as the Malians, and blue in the north playing as the Japanese.
How did you
Oi.
call him?
It was my mic breaking down.
Excuses. But I really like to see this from Ivaylo and Prithviraj at the moment. Japanese with their faster fishing ships as well as cheaper mills and cheaper lumber camps. I'm actually wondering if it's not gonna go for a really early dock. And of course Malians with cheaper buildings as well. Gonna make their wood eco really happy and probably make them get faster onto water here.
Yeah, also Malians with the Farimba tech, I mean, pretty strong cavalier, even stronger heavy camels, in case you need them.
I was not sure what I think about the last pick here. I guess they're probably running out of civs to use, maybe, but
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like the strongest.
I like every pick here except Slavs. I guess the Slavs are not bad, but they don't really make too much use of the fishing ships, right? Because you get so much extra food by your farms already. The fishing ships are obviously strong still, but they are less beneficial than like for Japanese.
There's still the Ghost Lake as well, right? After this.
Kotyan Khan is getting lamed by Ivaylo. He was almost at the spore. Villager was about to shoot it, and the boar said something.
What? Ivaylo messed it up?
And I think that's the boar bug, maybe. Like the boar just suddenly.
Might just be him running it too far away as well.
Yeah, I think Ivaylo is just not as good of a lamer as Motions is, for example.
Motions do the same, so
it could be both. I'm not sure if they really fixed the boar bug yet. But yeah, that's already a rough start for Kotyan Khan with being 1 boar down. But I guess if
Saladin is actually running very close to the TC, but I wonder if he's trying to. Nah.
Yeah, Saladin was trying to maybe stop the lane and trying to counter lane, but don't think he will find that.
No, that's too late. Also, Blue walled in the villager on the shorefish, so she's gonna be safe.
I'm not sure, like, how much of a deal is being one brought down on 4 legs with extra food income from fishing ships? Obviously it
like
hurts,
that-
but yeah.
Yeah, but since luring deer on DE is so easy, well, saying that, Kotyan Khan forgot about the scout for a moment. But I mean, since pushing deer is so easy, I feel like flames are more of an psychological warfare than actual.
Yeah.
We also see that Kotyan Khan is not making any fishing ships yet. They're first coming out maybe now, so...
Yeah, pretty late, dog. But
You actually don't see that many
Probably.
fishing ships. There are 2 from Ivaylo and Prithviraj and a single one. Well, the second just arriving from Saladin now, and the first coming out in a second from Knutan Khan.
yeah, I feel like Ivaylo is a bit overwhelmed by the amount of food he has underneath his TC. Can't think about creating an additional fishing ship.
Prithviraj also starting to wall off his pond quite early, just to make sure that there will be no sneaky dog killing his fishing ships. He just
Oh, but
wants
actually-
to farm those
Yeah.
fish in peace.
Yeah, but actually he has a really nice map to do so. I mean, even the stone at the edge of the map helping him out with making the way shorter.
And Green was
meanwhile-
waiting for one of Saladin's
walling
villagers, but he's not up yet,
It's
right?
loomed.
And here's Loom.
Yeah, so the villager would win anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, Saladin's wall off is a bit more awkward.
Oh,
Also,
yeah, scout fight.
Saladin should win it one. I'm kinda confused. Why did Saladin wall like this? Just wall from woodline to woodline, then to edge of the map. Why
Maybe
did
he
he?
scouted
Probably hadn't
it.
scouted it, so...
Yeah. Scouted it a bit too late, probably.
It's also a bit of a tilter.
You see militia coming out from Ivaylo at the moment. There's gonna be a Japanese militia, probably the Japanese men-at-arms, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's Japanese men-at-arms are really scary. They have so much damage output.
We still see Yellow being completely open. Nothing is walled at the moment.
Yeah, but
Well, he might actually
comparing,
scout this if he's watching.
Oh,
Well, yeah, we'll see it now, but he will also lose his first scouts.
yeah, but at least he knows now. And I hope he realizes that those will be men-at-arms.
Barracks is even late at the moment, so... Yeah.
GL is being very, very helpful with his input and is saying Kotyan is probably Russian, that's why he picked Slas. Kinda thinking that GL is behind the mysterious Dimitri, who is like some guy who's role-playing as Russian, who can't speak English on our Discord. I kinda thinking it's GL though. Okay, so the stable going up now for Kotyan Khan. There are
It will be a bit late though.
Yeah.
wait, what
And
is
I
this?
think that... You've seen them in house now walking around the forest. It's big walled now by Kotyan Khan.
Yeah, what is this random palisade wall in the forest by Kotyan Khan?
I think he probably saw the scout coming around and knew that the house was close.
Also freeze. Okay.
But still,
Yeah.
those are still Japanese men-at-arms, and they will
They're
Yeah.
melting through the palisade. That's
probably need 2 villages constantly repairing that bed, I think.
And it
The
will
second
be,
you look away,
it will be like you constantly have to babysit that palisade, and it would be so hard to clean those men-at-arms with scouts, because usually you would need 4 scouts against 3 men-at-arms, but those are Japanese men-at-arms, right? So even with 4 scouts, Kotyan Khan might struggle to take those down. Yeah, he will just take down the mill now, I guess.
now you see some idle time on TC. You can also see there's no additional fishing ships coming out. Adding a lot of farms suddenly.
Yeah, it seems like Kotyan Khan can't handle the overpressure coming in at once. Taking some micro engagements against his men-at-arms, but those will be quite difficult. And now he's taking a really bad fight.
yeah.
On the other side, we now see Saladin fighting against Green Scouts. We'll clean up the green scouts pretty easily here.
Saladin should have sent one archer to Kotyan Khan, I think. And to just clean those men-at-arms for free.
No, don't forget about your scouts. Oh, that's bad.
Go.
Yeah, like imagine one archer relieving Kotyan Khan from all this pressure would have made such a big difference.
Yeah, well, but soon they're gonna be Ivalyo's archer attacking Kotyan Khan. So.
Prithviraj is sending one sneaky will forward. He's probably gonna go for a sneaky dog onto Saladin's pond, but Saladin should be walled off.
Yeah,
So I'm not
exactly.
sure.
I think actually Saladin has seen it because you can see a single.
Yes, archer following it and
Ah.
missing a shot. Typical
Okay.
Missing another shot.
Britain archer. Typical Britain archers, man. Not hitting anything.
Those men-at-arms in Kotyan Khan's base took out the mill and is still distracting him. That's such a rough SD. Okay, they're running to the TC fire, and this might be like what Kotyan Khan needed. Yeah, he will be able to take down those last remaining men-at-arm now, and go for the counter attack, which will be quite late, because Ivaylo is already fully walled with a couple archers behind.
8 archers.
Almost fully walled. Yeah.
And
Really rough
Prithviraj
position.
went for a lot of scouts now, even added the first armor upgrade.
Yeah, also Ivalyo about to click up now, by the looks of it, only lacking 3 food. That's the buildings.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Saladin didn't add like 2 spears of his archers. Oh, okay, no, now he's adding a couple spears, yeah. Or 1 spear at least. It makes such a big difference. Like 2 spears in front of 8 archers, and you can take on so much more scouts.
Oh, now green is coming for yellow. Oof.
Oh yeah, they will double green, I guess. Yellow's trying to
Double
get...
yellow, you mean?
Oh, Yellow's trying
Yeah,
to get into a bio space, but he can't find any opening.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, green is going for yellow space. Oh wait, no, he's turning around. What? Yellow,
Probably gonna help clean.
green.
Actually, running back. Probably to clean the archers at his front, I guess.
And green scouts are running back to his base to clean the archers in front of it.
Yeah. Well, also Saladin about to break into green space.
Yeah, that's what I said, right, basically.
Saladin
really?
also,
I'm sorry.
also clicking up to constellation now.
Prithviraj pinging that Saladin is in his space. So he's waiting to engage.
It is now bloodlines and +1/+1.
Yeah, and I don't think he can take the fight though. Yeah, he's waiting for Ivalyo's reinforcements, and they will take a huge 2 versus 1 fight and clean all of Saladin's army here, I guess.
Probably.
Are they waiting even for crossbow? That would be even more devastating. No, they're not. Okay, at least Saladin is able to take a fight before Ivalyo has crossbows, but still not pretty. Not something you want to
There's
see.
still armor on those as well, so...
So Saladin's army is cleaned. And they will run to Saladin's base now. Prithviraj is exiting there to attack. Saladin
Third
adding-
range is being added, in the
Fourth.
fourth range actually coming from.
Yeah, Saladin is preparing for 1-C full crossbow production, which is the right play here, I guess, because they're so behind in army numbers.
I guess the woodlands though, both is taking wood only from the front at the moment. All of that will be idled by Blue's crossbows.
But those Britain 4 archery ranges of Britain crossbows should be a huge deal. 1 bill going down for Saladin. Yeah, he's
I
forced.
really have the wood though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
right.
doesn't have good wood lines. Oh, that's rough. He has to send his wills all over to the other side of his base, basically, to take wood. Okay, how's Kotyan Khan doing? Kotyan Khan is adding a palisade gate too.
But they're gonna be in a second.
I mean, just take a look at Saladin's fog of war. He doesn't even see that he has that one little forest down there.
Oh my god, he doesn't know, yeah. Yeah, but he has a couple crossbows, so he should be able to defend from this.
Yeah, Green dancing with his scouts, but Red going straight for the archers. Doesn't even bother about those scouts anymore.
Oh my, yeah, it's so rough that he can't see the wood line.
Going for stragglers instead.
Yeah, Kotyan Khan joining like knights, but not having the mass yet.
Oh. Yeah, and only +1 armor, so taking way too much damage from the crossbows.
But if Saladin gets a big ball of crossbows out and they manage to pressure, I guess.
Oh, you should take that fight, yellow. Saladin trying to add a 4 TC.
Kotyan Khan is in Prithviraj space with a couple scouts. He's being chased by a knight. He might be able to snipe some villagers though.
But we maybe 1 or 2 maximum, I think.
Yeah, a bit of a miss micro here too. It feels like he's just going for a scouting information at the moment.
I mean, the scouts are gonna die anyway. Just try to take some villages with you at least.
Yeah, he just tried to run out instead of going for snipe, which is
So red, green, and blue is on 2 TCs. No, red even adding a 3rd TC.
Ivaylo running into Kotyan Khan's base. Kotyan Khan has a lot of knights. He can take.
Only +1 though.
Only +1. Okay, he can't take this.
Also,
one knight going down.
And Thembring coming as well for blue now.
I think he also he has ballistics already, right? So
It felt a bit like it, yeah.
yeah. Kotyan Khan only producing builds at the moment. 13 builds in queue. That's way too much. If he was selling some of his food and adding more knights, that would be so beneficial for them. A bit of a miss macro there, I think. Some more.
I think, well,
yeah.
I was looking at the food amount for red as well, right? He's fully 600 food at the moment. I think I might be thinking about clicking up soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
I think you're in the reverse there. Still not seeing. Yeah.
Oh, green and blue running into Kotyan Khan's space, but I don't think they will find too much damage because Saladin's army is not too far. Okay, no, never mind. They find a lot of damage, a lot of gold miners going down.
On the gold, yeah.
And still only +1 from yellow.
But he could afford it.
Second armor.
Like yellow was loading so many resources for so long, he could have gotten the +2 3 times already. It feels like.
And now they also are fighting against Hill as well here.
Yeah.
And I think that's ballistics plus Thembring.
Yeah, they should not. Maybe with Britain, with superb Britain crossbow micro, they can dance around here, but they should not take full-on engagement up the hill.
Oh, another batch of green knights joining.
Saladin will be able to click up to him now if he has buildings.
Should have, I think.
Yeah, some not the cleanest, micro.
I think it's lacking buildings, as you said. Actually, I don't see.
Yeah, he only has university. He needs a monastery of siege workshop.
He's making a monster with 4 villages now.
Yes, rushing it up.
And Kotyan Khan has the +2 upgrade now, which is quite important. Was maybe a bit too late. How's the economic side looking? Oops. Ivaylo is also looking to click up in a couple of moments. Getting the market up to straight notice eco. And Prithviraj having more than 1,000 wood, but no food and gold, basically. Again, Prithviraj's macro is a bit struggling sometimes, right? It's like he's very micro-focused. And Saladin taking one more nice engagement up the hill using the Britain range bonus, losing 2 crossbows. I think with Saladin getting those early Arbalest, and Kotyan Khan probably should just stay Castle Age and pump out as many knights as he can before cleaning up, they could take Ivaylo's space. Or at least clean this forward and then take his space. But yeah,
but the thing is,
needs more numbers.
Ivaylo's up himself, and
So Saladin is not that much early up, but still you would prefer Britain Arbalest over Japanese Arbalest, right?
well, that's true. Yes.
I also think that the Northern player is looking to click up. He's building a university now. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very forward siege from Saladin. If you look at the front of green space.
he didn't.
That's,
he can't see with his seed. That's a nice one. Just dropping the siege workshop next to the next to the.
Doesn't
I
even
would
know
say
about the
just-
tabled.
Yeah.
I was gonna see
and to see that we didn't see how Saladin took out most of Ivaylo's forward crossbows. And
The green is
Kotyan
just running out at the moment.
Kotyan Khan vaults in Green's army, so they might take a good engagement here. Like, if they lose the armies before they hit Imp, this might be the returning point that Saladin and Kotyan Khan needed. It's a huge play. Okay, well now the house is going down and they will run out. That's kind of sad. I was hyped. So Saladin has the Arbalesters, but only 23 of them. He needs. I know.
But Yellow needs to go up soon.
And still lacking in chemistry, if I see it correct.
We have the first ram out from Red here, also doing capped ram.
I would love to see Kotyan Khan slinging Saladin some food, just so Saladin can pump out those last upgrades a bit faster. Yeah, like this power spike is so important for them. I think sling would be the right option in that case. Yeah, they're heading out now. With Kotyan Khan waiting the space of his knights, which I think he should not do. He should just... he should stick to Saladin's Arbalesters.
Castle going up now from green.
Oh, we see a big Arbalest fight in the middle.
Oh, that's really rough. Saladin losing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And in
think
those fights, Thumbring really comes to his rights.
Yeah.
I think Saladin and Kotyan Khan are in a really bad position now.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, green is going to be up a lot faster there compared to yellow.
yeah.
And if I
And
remember,
with plus Star Cavalier, that's
cavalry.
30 nice. They will clean up everything Saladin has at the moment.
They are able to just run to Saladin's space, I guess. Okay, a big fight might be
That's a
coming.
bad fight, but
Yeah, Saladin. Kotyan Khan is now joining Saladin a bit late. I feel. Kotyan Khan's Kotyan Khan's eco is really strong, though, crazy strong. Probably needs even more stables to use up his resources.
Yeah.
So Ivaylo and Prithviraj in a better position, but if they can't push fast, then Kotyan Khan then will get into the game, back into the game. Okay,
Yeah, but Ivaylo going for the eco.
Milt's going down.
there's no siege there though, so it shouldn't really do too much in my head.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Where is the siege? They're just trying to take as much eco as possible before they Ava sit in.
Oof.
Yeah, but this army should get cleaned up in my head.
But
Yeah.
it's Cavalier soon, and even with Farimba, so I mean +7 attack.
But if Kotyan Khan throws his knights in front, it should be a better fight for them, I think. Or like a decent fight at least.
But
Yeah.
12 +7 versus 10 +2.
It's just about having a meat shield for those Arbalesters. And Kotyan Khan
Okay,
is
so
is
yeah,
up now too, and we'll get the upgrades. They're just delaying Saladin's eco as much as they can.
Would actually prefer the position of Kotyan Khan and Saladin in this by quite a lot.
The longer the game goes, the more I like Saladin Kotyan Khan's position. Okay, big fight coming in. It's so laggy for me.
Yeah, for me as well. Like, what
It's not
the hell?
lagging at all for me, so...
It's a
now it's smooth.
slideshow.
Not smooth anymore. Every time the archers move too much, it's a slideshow.
Yeah. It's really rough though, because Kotyan Khan doesn't have upgrades in yet. He needs a bit more time, but they still have got a really nice engagement here. And they will clean up the forward armies inside in space, but at the same time, Ivaylo is preparing a big push on Kotyan Khan. Yeah, like from this castle, they have a good position to keep pushing into Kotyan Khan's eco. Or into his
I don't like
place.
that all of the army of Kotyan Khan was in the southern space there. That was not necessary at all.
Yeah.
You should have used that in a different angle.
Kind of wondering where's Green's army. Green is switching.
He doesn't have any army, almost.
He's
He's
going
on
for
the
light
1/6 top.
calf.
He's way lower than anybody else in this game at the moment.
Oh, he doesn't have too much of an eco. Yeah.
He never had.
That's why I said I'd prefer the other's position rights.
Kotyan Khan losing a
They need to
couple
clean
of
that
civilians.
castle soon, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Saladin's preparing a castle so he can get those traps out.
You also see coinage coming in from Ivaylo at this point. I guess if he wants to sling Green back into the game.
To be honest, if I was Kotyan Khan, I would use those 60 cavaliers and just run into Ivaylo's space. Like, they're not doing much here at the moment, right? They just send in a couple instead of just chilling. Yeah, but still, the longer the game goes, the more Saladin and... Okay, they take a small engagement here, 1 versus 2, Kotyan Khan against Ivaylo and Prithviraj. I think those cavaliers were at stand ground, most of them were not fighting. Yeah, lots of them going down for nothing, yeah.
I feel like they could fight this.
Oh, easily. Easily.
Yeah.
I mean, just delete the wall to get surrounded
Kotyan Khan
around the armor
is
nest.
getting siege ramps out. They're trying to go for that castle. Where is Saladin's army? I don't see.
It's on the front.
Yeah, it's pressuring Prithviraj. I have to like set my graphics a bit lower for those late game fights. Strange, the other castle didn't have this issue. Maybe it's a patch thing.
The wall of really hurts him here at the moment. So many cavalry going down.
Yeah, like Kotyan Khan is dancing a lot here, but it's not helping too much. I think I might turn down the graphics a little bit just because it's lagging a bit too much. Less particles, I guess, would help already.
Pause Otto.
Okay, I'm at 45 basically.
I pause at 45.10.
Yeah.
I pass at 45.3.
Then get up to 45.10 so we can start from there.
Okay, and then I will turn the graphics on a bit more, just to be sure that it doesn't lag that much. Yeah, I guess it should be fine, actually. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. So. Yeah.
Also, Saladin is trying to forward Green now with a castle. Oh, it's a DAO castle, all the villagers died.
Yeah, those Vimba light caps doing a lot of work. Oh yeah, I had it on slow speed, I was saying. I was already confused.
The trade is already out as well, so that castle is not going to do anything. You see scout cavalry coming out from Saladin at the moment. No production of archers anymore, so I guess it's probably run out of gold.
Yeah, 40 gold.
That's probably not scouted gold on the bottom here, I guess. This hurts to see. Castle is now cleaned up. The lack of gold now, I think, will be a big issue.
Yeah, but he found the gold now in the southeast.
Yeah. And they cleaned the forward in front of Kotyan Khan base. I think they used too much attention there actually. It's quite even at the moment. But yeah, Saladin is really
They need to fight more together at this point.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Agree. Oh, it's
Oh no, that's a bad fight. That's a really bad fight, Saladin. Oh, he's throwing now. Oh god.
Oh, Saladin running in for Cyberlasters. Oh yeah, all those worlds.
I think that's GG almost.
Yeah.
That's suddenly... well, his 20 army from Kotyan Khan, his 20 army from Saladin, is 90 army from Ivaylo. He's also slinging Prithviraj up onto his army.
Ivaylo's in such a strong position. I
think it was a bad decision for Saladin to go to green again.
Yeah, I would have preferred if they just joined the armies and pushed together. But yeah, he also struggled too much with gold. It was unfortunate. Sorry again for the super slideshow. Sure, what the fuck is going on?
Aren't you casting because your potato is not as your PC is not as potato as mine?
Yes, so you could try casting.
No, I have a slideshow. I'm on the lowest graphics already, and I have a slideshow. So.
Yeah, now they will take this hill, and this is a desperation fight. A fight they should not take.
Oh, this is GG. There's no way back from this.
Yeah, when Britons have to fight with light cav only, you know, they're not in the best position anymore.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It looks so good though.
I really liked the last two games a lot more than I liked the preceding ones. Team Island game was also pretty good, but the first two... I think they needed to get a bit warmer, I guess.
Yeah, totally agree. Like, this game and the game before were really intense. Were like what you want to see in a finale, or in the finals. I mean, I really like those. The Arabia game and Arena game felt a bit, very a bit awkward with the sudden surrenders. But especially the last two games, really nice, really exciting, and deserved 4-1 for Ivaylo and Prithviraj.
And that means that they will move on to the grand final. Probably will be a few weeks until that's played, I guess. So there's still a few steps left on the loser brackets. And
that also means that there is a chance for a revenge because Saladin and Kotyan Khan will move down to the losers bracket now, and if they will win every losers bracket series, they can move up to the grand finals and meet Ivaylo and Prithviraj again, and maybe they won't surrender at minute 10 in the next series.
Ruthless, Rex. Ruthless.
I'm not trying to be mean, it's just I felt they could have done more. And Deep Chill's following now. Thanks very much for the follow.
And which money coming in for you?
At what point did it feel like this game turned? Because it was even at a lot of the time, and then it suddenly turned at the end here. What? It felt like it was just yellow throwing away so many cavaliers to the Arbalest Ivaylo, and also red splitting of his army, some pushing into the castle of of Prithviraj, and then his stout castle, and then suddenly he lost all of his army at the front. He lost his army in the middle there as well, and he just sent them into loose archers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it was yellow using his cavalier not enough, whereas red was using his arbalest maybe too much. I mean,
Yeah.
at least shouldn't have gone out alone.
I agree there. Yellow was kind of conservative with his cavaliers, or even his knights, for quite some while, letting Saladin. Oh, and meanwhile, Saladin was pushing alone with his army, which didn't result in something good for them. And I feel that Saladin and Kotyan Khan were in the driver's seat at some point in the game, but when Ivaylo was dropping that castle on the hill in front of Kotyan Khan's base, Kotyan Khan really struggled to. It just started struggling. Maybe it's just easier for us casters. I would have loved to see him ignore that castle. It was not threatening him too much. They had the army lead. They could have done so much damage in the enemy bases. I think they should have maybe leave some army behind, or like just send some reinforcements back in the base if they need it, but just ignore the castle and push together.
Also, I liked a lot if they had the onagers when they started taking the bad fights. For the slow play to maybe go into, or already have the hostile attack, but just, let's say, adding in 3 or 4 onagers there could have turned the game around again. But
yeah, but still, I think both of them struggle for gold in the end. At that point they had the gold, but I guess they lacked the map control to get more gold in. Didn't have too much vision either.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other side already had prepared trade, so they were ready. Like, they had so many gold mines left still, but they were already prepared to go for the long game.
Yeah.
Also, trade walls coming up.
They were prepared for a long game here.
Also, just a funny thing I want to add. Yellow collected a total of 7 berries. The whole game. So basically 100 wood for 7 food. Totally worth it.
I will just ignore that and wanted to add that I kinda also like Romalian's pick now in the end, because those Farimba Lightcav, it's just a really nice trash unit.
I think they beat generic hussars in the 1v1. I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah, I guess they should.
I don't like them because of Farimba, I like them because of the wood bonus and the fishing eco because of that.
Yeah,
I think Farimba doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, that's true. It's just it fit well into this game, I guess. As a pick.
I also think that Prithviraj got pushed a lot more this game than I would have expected based on the civs there. You can see that he was quite far behind both all the other players at some point in early Imperial, when he was standing at 100 pop and the others were at 150 or higher.
Yeah, Prithviraj got his army numbers out earlier than Kotyan Khan, but he never had eco as strong as the eco of Kotyan Khan. And I really liked how Kotyan Khan and Saladin came back from what looked like a terrible start. Like getting lamed, getting wrecked by those Japanese men-at-arms. They recovered quite well from that. Surprisingly well, I guess. I think Kotyan Khan maybe overboomed a little bit, 151, which are high.
It wouldn't be the first game he's done that either. I remember at least one other game, I think he also met 150 by villagers, so something I think he needs to take a look at least.
But yeah, still was a good game. A really good performance by both teams, I would say. But yeah, as I conclude, Ivaylo and Prithviraj with a deserving win, and deserved win winners bracket finals, they will move on to the winner of the losers bracket, and then we will have a grand finals, a series of grand finals, which will be even more intense, I guess, or might be even more intense. I would love to see a revenge series, like those both teams again, with maybe Saladin and Kotyan Khan in a bit better mindset.
Well, I guess we will see though.
Okay, so I guess any last words for the stream to the viewers, or questions from the viewers, critic or like, not sure how to say in English, nice words about what broadcasters we are, only taking so little money from our dear viewers. By the way, I'm not splitting any of that money.
Oh, fuck you. By the way, Buzz, if you're here, I just can see that Stella Mish is online, so maybe you want to check out her stream.
Is that what you want to give our viewers in the end? Maybe.
Yeah, I just want to make a joke about Buzz liking Stella Mish.
Okay, yeah, that's fair, I guess. So, no questions coming from the viewers, but they're telling us that it was a great stream and we are the best broadcasters, very much. And very much again for the really nice donations. Yeah, nice cast, guys. Shame about that Otto guy. Totally agree motions.
He makes it difficult.
Yeah. But yeah, at least he's not burping and farting too much. So
I didn't burp a single time.
You did. You did.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Pretty sure it's happened twice, I think.
But
he doesn't even notice, like an old man.
So you used to it, right?
It's a normal process, guys.
So thanks for watching. I hope you guys had fun watching the stream. And yeah, have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.